challenged me much, didn't she? Just hopping on to continue with a new world quest. Secondly, turn my light on. Okay. Yeah, actually, I also want... I've been keeping my window wide open for the sake of dealing with dust. But the issue is today was abnormally cold. Yesterday it was in the 80s and now it's in... Oh goodness. It's temperature? Yeah, it's 47. So it went down by about 40, which is absurd. Okay, let's just do our dailies real quick. Actually, yeah, no abyss today. Craft a couple of these condensed resin babies. Yeah, I'm real cold. Maybe I could close the window a bit more now that most of my desk problem is solved. But considering that I temporarily aggravated my desk problem significantly last night by trying to basically give my mouse mouth. What happened was I flipped my mouse upside down to clean it, and then a bunch of dust got into the optical sensor. And that's on top of the fact that my mouse pad is just sussy baka. But, no, not the mouse pad. Yeah, the mouse pad is all messed up. It's all humajang, as they would say in Hawaii. There's this big dead zone right in the middle. But some dust did get in the mouse, and for what it's worth, going through and fixing the optical sensor did help things. It didn't help as much as it should have, because the mouse pad was also just beyond redemption. And the funny thing about it is that it works near the edges just fine. It's just the middle that's an issue, but it's... I would have a very hard time trying to keep my mouse around the edges and never do anything with the middle. So that's just not really an option. Okay, cool. But as I was saying earlier, I put my mouth over the optical sensor hole and just started sucking dust out, and that led to... Okay. No promise wrong now. I guess it's only the others that can make that work. Okay, cool. But as I was saying, so I ended up coughing a bunch of blood this morning because of the dust that I had inhaled while giving my mouth CPR suction, basically. So there we go. Very silly thing for anyone to do. To be fair, it's really surprising. Okay, come on. Come on, get back up here. Okay, I don't think that my control can even get up here. Okay. Yeah, that didn't work. Okay. I actually broke that shield down. Cool. Yeah. Okay. Wow. We killed him so hard that he just disappeared. Isn't that crazy? Okay. Case. Okay. Second. Okay. Maybe if it gets too cold, I'll go change from shorts to pants. We'll see. Okay. Come on, turn around. Go over to the other Nadale. Okay, there we go. Hey. I'm being bullied by AMD into updating my software. Nice. Okay. Let's see what else is... Okay, no plants that I need to put back in. I think I did that yesterday. Okay, so in this case, maybe Let's have some fun. Let's just get rid of the enemies and see how many keep showing up. Oh my goodness. Okay. Keep showing up. Okay. Yep, enemy reinforcements coming. So. Okay. So I guess only one wave of reinforcements will ever come. Maybe I should trigger them more often just to get their drops. Interesting. Okay. There we go. That commission is also complete now. Heavy horn. Okay, there we go. Going on to the next commission. I'll probably go for 3 hours today. Hop off around 4 PDT, 3 EDT. We'll see. Oh, practice makes perfect. Does it really? Not sure how much I agree with that statement. Let's go for this guy. Nice. Oh, okay, cool. Nice, there we go. Amplify nectar, shimmer nectar. Okay, so we can... Big normal hits. Nice, there we go. Nika with the blicky. Okay. Go for the... more flames. There we go. Okay. Yeah, really do I bring his wings out. Maybe I'll build him just for the sake of leveling that one skill he has. I like it does not. There we go. Oh, wow. Took on the yeah, cool. There you go. Okay, cool. Stagger? Oh, stagger. That's pretty good. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'll turn that audio down. Okay. Oh, didn't mean to touch that. Okay, cool. Hey, treasure hidden loot. Yeah, awesome. I want to level up Kai and Beto more. Yeah. Yeah, Yanfei is already at 999, so that's really not an issue at this point. Cool, okay. That's healed. Mountain over there, Mount Huel. Portable waypoint, okay. Not an issue. Never using that, but may as well stick around in some sense. Okay, we're gonna finish up over here, and then it'll be time to go over back to Gavra Lajavard and Farakelt in order to continue with the quest. And I ended up checking it, and hilariously enough, we actually... one of the quests will be complete right when we do it. It's the one, if you recall, I got the pyro. Did all these flowers. Over here, did the pyro. Over here, got the electro. Over here, got the hydro Cory drums. So, when that quest tells me to go get those drums, it'll just auto-complete. So in that case, go down here, go back into this pass. I think there was something I missed with the place where the electro drum was found, but we'll see. Okay, there we go. May as well do this. Okay, cool. Come on. Shoot him down. Blast him up. Oh my goodness, okay. Wasn't expecting that. Okay. Shoot him again. Okay.
Awesome.
Okay. Okay. Still barraging him. Yep. Yeah, it's even better when you have that speed boost from Nika. It makes the difference between charge spam and normal spam. Okay. seem to recall there must have been something at the end here, but it might have been. I think it might have been something over here, putting me at the other side of the mountains, actually. Over in Tenir Mountains. Yeah, okay. Here we go. It's Electro deal. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where we were before. And that one of those Khvarena sprites will show up. Yep, and that's exactly where we were and what it does, and it just puts us here in this Nagarjunite training ground. Here we go. Okay. Yep, there's treasure hoarders over there. Well, there's not no real fight if I were to go and try to beat them up again. Let's just keep on going. Okay. Put him up again. Okay. Yeah, he is still here. And all he does is complain about Sorush, which is understandable, to be fair. Okay. Borukasha Oasis. Let's switch back to where we were before. Okay. No, not that team. It is stronger than it used to be, given that just did some leveling officials' towns. That's sad. Most of it isn't really used besides their skill anyway, so what difference does it make? It makes none. Okay. I'm using Deathmatch. Go from Fav to Wids. No, that's sacrificial. To Widsith. There we go. Okay. Go to the Hills of Barsom for Awakening as we're assigned. Do we want to do that one right now? Do we want to do that one right now? Vashnu. Patravana, Itihasa. Oh, that one has more. Okay. Obtain the Chaplet, Trail, and Asi Patravana Swamp. Okay, so let's head on down. Why is our oddly dry right now? Might be due to my ill-advised just inhalation earlier. We'll see. Okay, either way, there should be a party down here. And we've already unlocked a bunch of sigils via several plume challenges. Search for me here. Okay, there we go. We'll pop out of nowhere. You sure we're going the right way? Sort of. Seem to have been around these parts before. Stop making such disgraceful noises, but I lead you wrong. Pale floater, learn from your Haznapati and unflinching calm. Some persistent purple mist. Well, that's not even true. We actually got rid of all of the mist already. Hello, Hajime Tenshi. I'm just doing, hopefully, the rest of this questline, depending on how long it lasts. But it's funny, they're talking about this purple mist in the swamp, but on the last stream I actually got rid of all of it here, all the purple mist, before I even started this quest. Fair enough. Trivial trials pale in comparison to her later sacrifice. Speak, pale floater, not as bold as the Yaznapati. I consider retreating slight sign of danger or a wise choice. That's right, Aigen's the brave one, Paimon is smart, why we're best of buddies after all. Nice going, buddy. Right, Paimon thinks that was a good rejoinder, too. Big word from Paimon. Did I give you your title from now on, Yaznapati? Do you give praise upon my bravery, and I will pray? Considering Paimon warrior, not being Yaznapati, nothing wrong with praising Paimon. It's for the small stuff, I'm not doing anything that needs praising. Not for the present, but the future. Yeah, we got this cute little flower bird type creature with a heart motif at the very moment. Privileged to witness where it all begins. Say so, seeking which we're here to find, me here. Foolish familiar thorns must be suffering right now. Trapped in there, gotta go save her. Power of the purple mist you witnessed previously, and demons of Dev stem from the same source, the Abyss. Your sash should keep such wicked powers from running rampant upon the earth. Side of Appa Osha, powers of the two forces warring here ebb and flow. That green Khvarena, which is... Khvarena means shine. Questline is titled Khvarena of Good and Evil, so shine of good and evil. Sign of Appa Osha's sign of the Zoroastrian demon of drought. Ebb and flow. Interesting. So I guess that would imply... Hello. How are you doing? Just streaming again. Hajime Tenshi, how's your Sunday? Ebb and flow, your power should be dauntless. Yeah, so would Khvarena just be Dendro power or Celestial power? I'm doing alright, how are you? I'm just chilling out again. Power should be dauntless, willing to fight till we ourselves are torn to shreds. Me here, somebody to protect herself even now, some loathsome struggle. Just being a little cowardly. You good? Yeah, no problem. Always like to make people feel welcome. There's some struggle. Are you always going to leave a party or fate like that? Unable to rescue your comrade, the Aranara? Well, I've got a bit of an overlay here, and I have a bit of a logo. And a bit of a banner. The model is alright. Okay. Sorry for not talking to you earlier. I've been pretty busy. I'll DM you sometime this week. I have a few essays to write for my college classes, but once I get done with that, I should be able to contact you about that and maybe make a deal. Thank you for keeping in contact, even though I haven't been communicating all that well. Thank you for popping in either way. Yeah, I'll do a Twitch whisper once I'm done here. To our fate like that, cold-hearted little party, unable to rescue your comrade. The Aranara all help each other out. Yeah, let's talk about that Aranara there. That's right, like a big family, so the party aren't like that. A little meaner then. Aranara, what a carefree breed. No difficult matters saving me here, trivial, each have their mission and different ideals. Some position equal in seclusion and defensibility, a gray gate to steal both the demons and herself in. Oh, so they have some ability to manipulate those crystals. So move freely, like that Khvarena, begging for aid and prostrating herself before all and sundry to earn pity. Ah, okay, so Khvarena would be a sort of... Now I'm referring to an individual as well as a shrine. I haven't referred to those before, but I wondered if it was sort of categorical or... Okay, thank you. I'll look into it, but right now I'm... Sorry, you'll have to excuse me for focusing on the game right now. How'd you been much, Tenchi? How are you doing? Happy Sunday. Okay, so that one only showed up when the quest started, so I assume it'll sort of be our way of getting into that one. Gray Crystal Gate, all in sundry to earn pretty. Can they prostrate? Maybe if they try hard enough. Plebeians missed the point, back to the heart of the matter. We did disperse some purple mist, but the root cause remains unsolved. She can hold out for much longer. How pitiful. Okay. Horrible sight, me here corroded by filth, falling from a spotless to a sinful state. Desperate to preserve herself, had the elder not bade me come. For all that, you do care. Merely wish to see if that useless fool has any regrets or not, turns back to us, accepts our aid, shall spare her a moment or two. Be nice. Flower, the star of the songs of praise, shall seem less radiant if the green leaves are not there to serve as its foil. You are an egotist, Sorush. You're more narcissistic than me. Following labor shall be little, but still a radiant shard, nails in a putty mind, recorded with a reverent heart, seeing this mote of shattered light to grace your mighty hymn. Less important stuff later, Source. How to save me here first, shall we? Less important, you say? Well, so be it. Yeah, I think saving somebody from certain death is a bit more important. Pure sinful form, unable to do her duty, thorns remain, so my strength, scouring defilement, should cost me but a little effort. As for the downward path, let us follow that wandering Khvarena we just saw. Yep, only showed up as part of the quest, so sure, let's try getting closer. Okay, there we go. Follow the floating Khvarena. Thank you very much. I'll talk to you there once we've already cleared this place out. Otherwise, Khvarena might have gotten lost in the mist. That's absurd. Yeah, so they comment on the fact that we already did this quest. Get out more soldiers. Outside, I've seen a lot more strange stuff. Keep your nonsense to yourself. Interesting. Okay. Let's keep on going. Come on. Khvarena. Yeah, exactly. So it is just a straight shot now that we've done that. Okay. Ashi Patravana. I wonder what she would have said if we hadn't. What's that quest called? Okay, let's check real quick. But like Khvarena is just showing. Ashi Patravana Itihasa. Let's see what that means. Old quest in Khvarena of good and evil. What is that? Okay, it doesn't say what it means. It is a crying shame. Okay, and spat in Chinese, it's addendum to the Blade Forest tour. Okay, Blade Forest. Asi Patravana, meaning forest where leaves are swords. It is one of the 28 hells spawned in Naraka, the Hindu equivalent of hell. It is a hell for those who cut down forests and trees without reason. Its name is likely chosen because the quest revolves around the Parimihir, known as a familiar of thorns. Itihas refers to the collection of written descriptions of important events in Hinduism. It's a collection of events of the Thorn familiar, then? That's interesting. Okay. Let's check out that dialogue real quick to see what she says if we haven't done that already. This is not cleared beforehand. Demons with death. Okay. Okay, you witnessed previously. Okay. The mist is cleared beforehand. Reverse on the inside. Doesn't look safe at all, just like the last time. Okay. Fluorescent purple mist. Yep. Okay. Been around these parts before. That's about the mist. Okay, cool. So there are a few differences about the mist. Shall not hold out long. Root cause. Okay, cool. Central form. Thorns remain. Scour this purple smoke. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Evil spirits. 8 of the thorns. Okay, so those sort of turret thorns that dispersed part of the mist, they were connected to Mihir. Okay, cool. Let's keep going. Yeah, I'm putting on real pants. Getting too cold in these shorts. Okay, there we go. I'm still with you. Okay. There we go. Okay. Ugh. Shake it off. Okay. Alright, that should keep me a bit warmer for the next few hours down here. There we go. There we go. How nice, how nice. Okay. Oh, goodness. I forgot. This is the pair of khakis. The pair of khakis literally doesn't have a button because the button fell off. Well, that's not nice. Okay. Well, time to hang it back up and get a pair of khakis that actually works. Yeah. All I'm saying is, it might be a little inconvenient sometimes, but a very frugal person. Keep wearing my clothes until they literally fall apart and become unwearable. And even then, as someone once said, I was wearing a shirt with some holes in it, buttoned down that had kind of fallen apart because probably because I put it on hot wash even though it was linens. But they were sort of, Eigen, did he get attacked by a bear? Yeah, in the chaplet. Oh, and that VTuber modeler unfollowed me again. Khvarena Swamp, here we go. Going Khvarena. Not frog, okay. Yep, exactly. It'll go over here. And open up that gray crystal gate. And we can go in now that that area is opened. And yeah, wherever this is. There we go. Now talk, let us proceed. Me here should be just ahead. Okay, there we go. Down the cave. Search is kind of unhappy. Interesting. Ah, there we go. Another one of those thorns. Want to beat it up? Yeah, counter the root cause. Okay. Putting that cut on. Okay. I'll do the same thing as before. There would. Okay. Ah, interesting. Oh, trapped by the fog. Here we go. Mihir, is she stuck? Oh, and she's got a crown of thorns. Very biblical. Familiar with thorns. Seems like the purple mist already made it all the way down here. What we do now? Earlier, powder the thorns and free her. Of course, she'll save her. So very piteous, infested with corruption and helpless as she is. This isn't the best time to throw shade on her. It's modern slang for real. Exactly, we gotta save her and quick, yet I have not heard her repent. Shall hear her repudiation for obduracy and her supplication for my aid. Be nice. Attack speaking anger. Valiant, dauntless Lady Soru, should we implore thee. Lovely, invincible Lady Soru, shall you not hear my counsel? True, that's gonna work. Well then, if you say so, my Yaznapani. Filling your wishes once in a while, indeed within the purview of one so exalted as I. Seriously, Paimon wishes you to listen to her too, Sorush. Yeah, be nice. Powers the thorns we did before, no great matter. Thought of it from me here. Properly thank us later. Okay. What is girl doing? Okay, let's check that dialogue because something got skipped over. Okay. The ones we did before. Thought of doing it from me here. So I would suppose they don't exactly have the best relationship. Yeah, these Pari are really not the most pleasant of people. Oh! First time in a while there's a spider. Okay. Let's get rid of that real quick. Okay. Okay, I wonder what's through there. Actually, okay, far lake. Oh, okay. Actually, let's Let's just do what we're supposed to do before we continue down. We've bypassed some stuff. We may as well do things properly for once. Okay, there we go. And there's a Khvarena. Let's activate this. Ah! The dust spawning out of many a monster. Be careful, yells Nepati. That's what happened. I didn't time to kick him out. Okay, cool. Here we go. Okay. Bloom floors. Yeah, we can just bloom them down. There we go. Yeah, nice. Okay. Big bloom. Oh, okay. Ah, that was already done. Talk to me here. Over there. Yeah, that's actually... Let's skip that. Now that this is clear, we can go through this far look. Okay. Go. Okay. I wonder what's on this side then. The way we've got to... Oh, okay. Somebody who seems kind of stuck. Okay. This guy's... Someone's collapsed. Let's go take a look. Okay. Okay, he ain't saying anything. Okay. There we go. Oh. It's like this guy's not doing so good. He must be famished. Give him some of our food. He's not you. This food give him strength. You're biased? Paimon thinks you make great food. I make great food. I'm good to eat. To that fried egg. A revival from death. I live again. Starving, just one fried egg. Deliciousness, revive the dead. This glorious, mysterious egg of that fellow. Mysterious egg. Deflect a day's worth of misfortune. About 1 or even 12. Sees one how did you end up here? Renowned artists from Fontaine gather inspiration. Julian. Inspiration here. You don't call themselves a renowned anything. I'll be slightly nicer. Suitable places. Better view. Better safety measures. Fontaine empty-handed. A fatui mole. Radical reasoning. Radical. Have such thoughts. Artists and nothing but that. I fear. Gained enough inspiration. Return to Fontaine with what I'd gained. Tomorrow's weather could be so dry. When I pass through Chenyu Vale on my way here. Ah, so I guess that implies Chenyu Vale would be north of Sumeru. Yeah, leeway is everywhere. Relatively human. Sandstorms start picking up the moment I stepped into Sumeru's bounds. So Chenyu Vale borders the desert, so I guess Chenyu Vale, close to Fontaine. Yeah, everything! It's where everything contacts leeway. There's bounds, better suited to wetter climates. Yeah, Fontaine Hydro. Backed by water, rapids wash away. I'm not a swimmer. So Fontaine has some sea contact then? Hard time living in Fontaine. Case, being a swimmer or not. Find a place to rest by the water. Tea leaves, sonnet. Thank you. Some tea. Of course. Find ink. Better distribute. Introductions. Envoy of Justice. Shining gold and silver glimmer. Okay. Let's not be too silly. Yeah. Emissary of Hell, Spider-Man. Silver glimmer. Eigen and Paimon. Okay. Brilliant names. Can we have some tea? We're almost there. An artist adrift. Here for the same reasons as me, right? Okay. Probably here to make some art? Of course not. We're not artists. There we go. Oh, okay. Actually, we've been there before. Which had to come from the other side then. Interesting. So once we go here, I guess that shows up. We have been over here before. Okay. Artist adrift. Stress. Okay, cool. Yeah, I guess we're taking a little detour. Nothing like actually... Nothing like doing things out of order. Ah, so we saw this camp before, so this is the deal with it. Okay, cool. Simple camp, could even call it a camp. Scenery is quite good, sense of openness when I stand by the water, more relaxing than Fontaine. Interesting, so the water there must be contaminated? Live there? I'm expecting from a renowned artist. Okay. This is talking about Fontaine, like previous ones talked about Sumeru, very small place, a humble person. To adventure camps, look better than this, an animal buddy. Don't have one, adventurer. Left behind, receive better fashion. Just fell apart when the raft fell apart and cannot swim. And lost luggage. Okay, usable after getting soaked like that. Okay. Pack it up. Some things, lost them, redraw them. Interesting. Some sort of magic, sort of Albedo's artistic creation thing. How about real bad spot? No one else. This is for 8, some good tea in hand. Okay. Look for it in the water. See what he has to say. Fried egg was out of the world. Wish you could have had another bite. On you regarding my luggage. Okay. There's luggage in the water. One is over there, another is over there. Nice if we could use a wave rider for this, but oh, okay. In that case, time for us to test more stuff at Sucrose then, probably. Okay, come on. Oh my goodness, that mouse dead zone is really causing... Mouse pad dead zone is really causing me problems right now. Luckily, a new mouse pad should be in by Tuesday. There we go. There we go. Okay. Go for the other one, I think. Alright, alright, alright. Okay. Also at 12, just bit by bit, we'll level these up. Okay. There we go. Okay. Come on, come on. Okay. Not that I really use sucrose much, but that is what it is. Okay, and yep, not that. We don't want to get rid of it there. Okay. Come on. Flying over the water. Okay. Apparently over here, there's a turtle you can race, which is an inherently funny prospect. Oh, interesting. So it'd be over there. Well, over there by those digging hill trees. Okay. Come on. There we go. Go around a little. So again, I think Julian's looking for might be others, so let's look around a bit. Okay. Over there. Put it in the water. Oh, we could have actually gotten it before we go our luggage. More stuff. Go by the beach and have a look. Okay. Let's see what it says in quest menu. Okay. 2 waterlogged luggage, packed with care, suffered water damage from being soaked. Okay, hopefully we'll have time to. Okay. Should be. Turtle is. Okay, turtle is not over there. Where is it? Yeah, something about a raceable turtle. Let's go back over. Yeah, I think it's the one over there. Go. Yeah, I saw a video on this earlier today. Oh goodness. Okay, pass through here. Alright. Pass by these. Yeah. Come on, come on. Come on. Okay, there we go. Put one of those. Okay. Go through. I think if we pass by here, we'll... Okay, I guess we have to come in contact with those... Closer contact with those little markers over there? Maybe. We'll see. Okay. Come on. Oh goodness. I guess we'll have to restart that little fake race. Okay. Oh, maybe it's the fact that we flew. We'll see. Go. Pass by. Pass by that. Okay. Maybe this should make it show up. Yeah, there we go. We beat the turtle in a race. The tortoise and the deer. What can I say? Okay, now we can fly back over, but yeah, I think it was probably a matter of ground contact. Smooth coast. Apparently that means something like ocean coast in a relevant language. Okay. Yeah, that little jingle sounds like... Oh, interesting. A dog over there. Oh. Sounds like Breath of the Wild kind of stuff. Dog there guarding something. Watches you warily. Smart doggy? Where did it come from anyway? Short bark? Probably. Food bowl? Julian, any animal companions? Whimpers. Did he abandon the dog somehow? Oh, a dog hater. Later, senpai, should we take a look? Maybe those pieces of the raft. There we go. Oh, an easel. Investigators were on board. Got the Julians. These guys come from. Take it back. Didn't do anything to make them angry. Oh my goodness, steal something about the drawing board. Nothing special about it. Oh, or maybe if it's albedo connected in some way. Okay. There we go. Running immediately after defeat. What a strange bunch. Okay. Anyway, let's go back and find Julian first. Okay. What is that easel gonna say? Drawing board, sense of use, devoid of any brushstrokes. It's gonna be one of those Buddha board type things where you draw on it by using water to make the surface translucent. Maybe. Yeah, guys, they invented a funny early 2010s gadget that you see in See them in basically doctor's offices and stuff. Let's see what he has to say. Dorg. Okay, there we go. Probably just couldn't feed it. It's your animal companion. Let's add a threatening growl. Beautiful pepper. To the growling me who's keeping us both fed here. Is the name? Arguing with a dog. Seem to be really close. Don't smell any wine. Drunk. Usually like that. Rather troublesome guy. Stuff he was. Pepper's the buddy. Buddy lied to us. Grateful fellow buddy. Rather adopt a rift hound. Doubt you'll be companions for long. You fans from hunger ran to a rift hound. Couldn't be sold with a Tibet fried egg. We made a drawing board on the beach. Wanted to hide it, protect it from being stolen. Ran off the moment we found it. Barks in protest. Whining about this. Haven't followed you into this corner. Could have returned to Fontaine via my original path. For the waterways because you wanted to see the sights. Fine, truth is, didn't even get to enjoy some of scenery. Followed the dog and ended up in this place, pointing all directions. Impossible to not get lost. That's how it was. Should have told us the truth. Why didn't you? Preserve the image of a renowned artist. Trying to fake us out when you stammer, not very good at it either. What is he? We have some good spots, we can take you there. No need, renowned artists, worthwhile sceneries, must be ones we discover ourselves. Tea's ready, fried egg, little snack, unusual combo, wishful thinking. T1, feels like you're missing something, time to whip something up. Together with some snacks, taste is hard to describe. This tea, a friend of mine sold it. Activate the wisdom within you, tastes great. Well, I don't have any friends, give me another cup. Why are your taste buds? Be stingy, zombie and Sumer need to save some. Done for me today, compensation unprepared meets your expectations. Doesn't need your help in gathering inspiration, feels like you might get lost. So I bet this is going to be one of those continual quest series. He's going to come back and have other stuff to do and then probably end up betraying us. Point of a pilgrimage, walks it by himself, trouble you any further, undertake it himself. Fight from hunger on the road again. Interesting. Alright, artist adrift complete. Julian and Pepper. Okay. Yep, I bet tomorrow we're gonna get something more. Sure, my friend would never deceive me. Interesting. I bet it's Messiah. Leave it something nice to eat. Looks at you expectantly. Okay, Julian. Path of pilgrimage. How did I lose track of it? Pilgrimage. Just a figure of speech. Probably a Conrad-related thing, or maybe even a Hilitril in disguise. Drinking that wisdom tea to basically gain human form and knowledge. Probably. Maybe, yeah, I bet it'd be related to the art of Kimia or something. It's similar to, so in that case, maybe Albedo's painting power may be due to the easel itself. Figure of speech. Pilgrimage, Hilitril. Yeah. Maybe it's something nice to eat, expectantly. You don't have the option of doing it, though. That is more than a bit of a shame. Okay, now we've done that, we can go back here and actually do what we're supposed to. Okay, so in that case, do what we're supposed to do, which is continue going the wrong way and beat up some enemies and see how far we can get before we have to actually progress the quest. Yeah, free exploration, right? Gotta test the limits of where I can go before I go where I'm supposed to go. Okay, me here is over there. Let's see where I can also go. Actually, okay, so that one's, okay. Something's up top. Did I go here before, or am I tweaking? Okay. I think I found, yeah, okay, let me see. Interesting. Oh. I think I may have found something. Oh, yep. As soon as we've gone up top and, oh, found a Farwick. Pick it up. Okay. Oh, so this seems to only be accessible from this side then. Oh, that's curious. Unless it stays there when we finish. So since it sends us out up top over here, kind of back where we started, I would guess. Since that isn't permanent, it's probably quest related in one way or another. Ah, there's one back in there too. So it's probably a matter of opening that up with the other Khvarena we get from there. So let's head back.
いい天
Get
気
rid of
だ。
that gray crystal and see what
今ある仕
happens.
事がもう少し楽だったらもっと良かったんだが。
Okay, cool. Common chest.
いい値
Okay.
段で売れそうだ。
Just going back here doesn't do it. Okay, well, that crystal is gone for good now. Okay, so just let's draw it with that far wick. And clear that away. Okay, cool. See how far outside we can go with it before it disappears. Okay, we don't see anything immediately. So unless... Oh, that is silly. So it's a way out, but not a way in. Now we have to take the long way around. Yeah, curiosity killed the Eigen. Okay. We've got... Okay, what is up with that? Does it seem like all of them are like that? Oh no, they all are. They've got that little thing in the center reflecting the fact that they're more or less healed up now. Okay. Damn it, here's thorns. Crouch on a swamp. Okay, there we go. Go past that. Great, okay. So we can just go right through. I don't think that's true of Electro Ceiling. Okay. Okay, so that goes up and that goes that way. So let's keep going. Yeah, but the reason I wasn't able to... I had to delay this stream is because one of my boys was in town. He was dropping off a cousin here at college and needed... He wanted to grab lunch real quick. Apologize for the delay. Okay, let's see how far we can get. Okay. And crystal over there, so we can get both of these in one fell swoop. There we go. Okay. Oh, we got both of those at once. That's nice. Okay, and a chest is down there. Simple stuff. Okay, cool. Yeah, that far we can stay. Actually, we may as well take it with us. Okay, there we go. Pick it back up. Okay. Second, let's see. Okay, the microphone is working, just had to check. Okay, there we go. Go down here and fight these fungi and slimes, and yep, something else is low too. Let's go. Come on. Look at those little swirls. Okay, come on. Okay. Okay. What I did. Oh my goodness, I didn't even see that. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. Now these morning flowers are Convey's materials, I believe. Reason to believe that isn't the case. Oh, so there's something over here. Curious dead end that I assume will be relevant again sometime later. Okay. Dead end. Dead end, question mark. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna go back and... Okay. Doesn't seem like there's anything up top either. So I guess that might be connected to that Artist Adrift quest if he has other funky stuff going on with him. He shows up there eventually. Maybe it could be a hideaway for Sussy Messiah or something. There's one over there. Okay. I wonder if going back will make the other one appear. My bets are on no. Okay. Kazuyo. Okay, so it actually does just send us down. That's nice. Yeah, there's something going on over here. Something happening here. What it is ain't exactly clear. Okay. Come on. So here is over there. See if there's any other place to go through. Yep, it seems like we've reached dead end of dead ends. Talk to me here. Okay. Awesome. Are you alright, Mahir? Suppose she is alive if barely covered in sin. We can to the extent she may only defend herself. Thanks to Sorush. Reality Sorush. I'll be less nice. Fairly had you with us. It's where Sorush took humans for companions and lost her way. So this one is annoying and mean too. There's like some secret meaning behind her words. Okay, do not get near her. It's the defilement that emanates from her touches you. Interesting. Okay. Seems that she has not only forgotten how to gratitude and lost her intellect, and not use such baseless words to reproach me. I don't know, you kind of suck. Thank you, Sorush, not for you and your companions. Need much time to gather my strength. And then unsure if she could stand against the rising filth on her own. She's got her heterochromius, and Babo shall too clearly bottom of the valley, but thorns can only crawl upon the ground, never reach the sky, not even the reflection of the skies on the earth. Skies on the earth. After all, one to destined to sacrifice and extinguish the sign. Must add that Eigen is no companion mine or Paimon. Wow, okay. Here's my Yasnapati, a willing instrument recording my great worth. Call that description a few degrees off reality. Yeah, I'm tired of you. Tired of you. It's me, degrees, we're companions, aren't we? Saving me here isn't enough to complete what Zurvan asks us to do, right? Something to request of me. Since his gnarled and tumbleweed during your imprisonment and departed the Temir Mountains into the nameless dunes. By my magnanimity and not railing past slights, somehow given me to record your name within the hymn that sings my praises. So we're not doing Damnatio Memoriae and erasing her name. Good. Simple form, standard defilement, never otherwise have appeared within those stanzas. Should thank me here, not for an elder, whatever. We do this to obtain the two twin-horn chaplet. The reason you must return with me to the Vorukasha Oasis. Speaking of which, keep talking about standard defilement, this, simple form, that. What do you even mean? Duty of the familiars of the thorn to prevent defilement from spreading across the earth, guard against corrosion, battle against the demons of Dev, injury not unavoidable, shattered in battle. Might have been worth a song. Stand as you are, hardly be counted as one of us. Wow, you're literally saying I would have preferred if you had died. That is wild. Okay. Interesting. Koi and the Dev. Let's see. Koi lore. Let me look that up. Let's check in the wiki to see what it says about Dev. Okay. What's this say? Judged by the Dev. Satanic giant. In Persian, yeah, so they're probably referring to the Abyss there. Like I said earlier, Koi's powers in the manga were probably Abyss powers. And again, Sorush is saying, I would have preferred if he had died. For my coming to your rescue, like we have continued some pathetic struggle till the world forgot you and you utterly faded away. Come on, words of the humans who have befriended you. What? No ordinary human, he is the Nasaraya, the Order of Skeptics. Excuse me, that's how it is. Matter of wounded pride, calling someone sinful, may hear you, poor thing. It's duty not a pitiful act, nor struggling to perform that duty for a while longer shameful. On the matter of our elder, not found so as to require your judgment, you should thank me for rescuing you. You're seeing these obnoxious little fairies just yell at each other. Sorush, stop yelling at an injured person, may hear wounded, so that counts. Sorush will understand, or she will never obtain the twin horde chaplet from Zurvan. As she says, sinful form unacceptable in the eyes of other party. Return to the Vorukasha Oasis in this state. Cleansing pilgrimage, and it will be well. When time are dangerous, concern what will rumble in the praises that shall be sung of me. Come on. Road well, we give help a state. Attacked along the way, nothing left. Hearing things will be fine as long as we escort her, very experienced at this sort of thing. Okay, speaking of that, why didn't you help me here earlier? Location above. Okay, so we're going up top. A little powder the thorns. Could have done that even without our help. Yep, we're going up top using this Farwick. This is my duty, not hers. Okay, yep. Shouldn't you help each other out at times like this? Okay. Char has their own mission, just like this cleansing pilgrimage, we must undertake those tasks ourselves. Missions and duties, someone they belong to, cannot allow others to take over completely. That is pretty true. Okay. Let's keep going. These guys just came out of nowhere. Oh, interesting. There we go. If you will hit the power foe, small challenge. Should do it. Piece of cake, just a warm-up. There we go. There we go. Okay, cool. Come on. Stop on it. Okay, so we got a little bit of backlash from blowing that one out. Cool. Come on. Okay, at least we're out of the way because we're above ground. Probably would have been our first encounter with a Hilichurl rogue if we hadn't gone and fought one ourselves. Okay, well, first mandatory encounter. Under exploration progress. Okay, 76%. Okay. Crystal over there, Farwick over here. Have to use it to get through them. Come on. Okay. Grab this so we can get her through for Crystal. What's she gonna say? Okay. Grey Gate, counter it along the other path as well. Okay. Seems that it ultimately fails to serve any purpose. Interesting. So she sealed her own way then. That's interesting. So what would it have said if we had closed that off earlier? Well, if we had opened it up earlier. Okay. Come on. Here. Okay. Alright, there we go. Come on, come on. Let's keep going. Okay. So that gate is cleared out again. So it was part of the quest. Finally out of here. Can already see the harvest token. Yeah, that big tree. Can also see the sign of Appa Osha. And be able to relax till we manage to fix the crisis above us. It's true. Let's escort me here on a cleansing pilgrimage so she can regain her spotless form. Return to her companion's side. Isn't it awful? She's been fighting all this time. Can't go back when she's injured. One who clings to life and self-protection, despite being filled with such filth, is unworthy of a Yasnapani's chronicle. Like saying, Sorush Mir's been fighting all by herself. For a mission, been very brave. She remembered what she's done and praise her. Only humans require courage, part of no need of it. Okay. Sorush speaks the truth. Part of known their purpose since birth, only have to serve it, do not require remembrance. Perhaps being forgotten might be even for the best. But interesting. So that's kind of an opposing take on the Aranara, where memory is important, they lose it, use it as power. The Devata gets erased. And then the guy in... What was his name? I don't even remember. The guy in the Golden Rose questline in first part of Sumeru Desert talks about how he can kind of live forever as long as he's remembered. So we have this memory motif, knowledge motif going on. What was his name? Golden Rose? Day comes when none mention us again. Entire earth must have been purged of all calamity. Golden Rose. Okay. Part of this. Fun. Okay. That's about... What's his name? Okay. Come on, come on. So how are we gonna check on that guy's name again? Uncle, what's his name? Okay. Come on, the old ghost. Okay, the rose with stones blue. Say his name. Oh, Shafakot. Yeah, Shafakot was the scientist exiled from the academia who makes those golden roses to try to be remembered. Okay, Earth purged all calamity, no more sacrifices to be sung of, no more sufferings to be remembered. Shall be a wonderful day. Mihir is at distant until she makes her sacrifice to extinguish the Appa Osha. We stay on, cleansing pilgrimage as soon as possible. Preamble delays, protagonist of the hymn I Alone. Come on. Full path, far smoother ahead. Continue on together, let's go together. Fine by me. Okay. Suddenly escort me here back to the Vorukasha Oasis. Oh, so it's just a teleport. Talk to me here. I wonder what she has. Oh, okay, so that just automatically. So she's just gonna get cleansed in here, or is she just gonna disappear or something? Got her Oasis music. Guess your cleansing pilgrimage is done. Defilement solved, or completed it. Couldn't have been done without your aid. You want to escape. Wooden waters here are good. Wondrous energy cycle. No need to worry about the defilement. Wondrous energies. Dendro, Hydro, Archon stuff. Celestia. Good waters animal, maybe? Sure better than the purple mist. Soul purifying feeling. Purifying indeed. Easier than Baimon thought. Let me here's clear the defilement. Other party aren't going to reject her anymore, right? Okay, we'll see. Finally take a rest. Sorush closer to obtaining the chaplet. Everyone wins. Fitting end for me here, not for her. Maybe something so ordinary, peaceful, insignificant as Paimon. Be nice. Insignificant, but not heavy either. Should be glorious, radiant like Samurg, infinite motes of Khvarena, cleansing the world of its impurity. Which me here is done, cannot be compared to what I shall yet accomplish. But only one Samurg and only one Sorush. No need to imitate others, and has to be one that doesn't involve sacrifice. Yep, and so too. I'd have to be in such a hurry to sacrifice herself. Yeah, Sorush is truly the Emiya Shiro of Genshin Impact. Think of something else together, yet not Tartaglia. So with empty words, witlessness mod is made up, heart set, will not be moved. Alright, I guess. Come on, Sorush. Saint Sorush at all? Insist on sacrificing yourself. It's so cold to me here. Looks right now, here's the one with D. Sorush's work is not yet complete. we'll be able to obtain the Twin Horde chatbot or extinguish the sign. Word, she's falling behind me here. Pretty anxious. Yep. Her life is centered on her accomplishments. To praise Mahir won't do it the same for her afterwards, so she wants to do something even greater. Fear that Mahir will steal her Yaznapati. Yes, too soon. We're about that, we're born flatterers. 4 lines of praise for Sarushinat him, and 2 for Mahir, so everyone wins. Goofy, there we go, morning sun coming out of gloomy mountains. Okay, there we go. Patrabani, Itiya News of the world, script Mahir through her cleansing pilgrimage. Okay. So if we had chosen the other option, she would have gone here on her own. Sights and scenes of the Virakasha Oasis, as they always were, comfort you humans as well. Require responsibilities, naturally should not trouble. Okay. This dialogue isn't too long about Soryush also doing her utmost to fulfill her duties. Methods could use refinement, dedicated. She understand what... Yeah, I do understand. Okay, leave you in peace. Very well. Stay here for a spell. Okay, her responsibilities, naturally should not trouble. So I guess the other one will be sort of a musical party then. Okay. The other side, just go through the hills of Larson real quick then. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, I guess I can do this one now. Alright, there's a Dendroculus over there. Forgot about that. Okay, try out the soul ball. Nice. All targets within 60 seconds. Yeah, we may as well beat up that Fatui guy. Okay, last one. Right by that Dendroculus. Okay. Trishra has spawned too. Interesting. Oh, there's one over there. I didn't even totally forget. Totally failed to take notice. Okay, there we go. Come on, Sorush. Ah, so it'll take us over there. Nice. Okay, come on. Just in the wrong thing. Okay, there we go. Plume of Purifying Light. And, oh, cool. That gives us a quicker way up there. Nice. Yep, so it's a matter of doing those little challenges to unlock sigils to get places faster. But yeah, Soryush has actually been helpful, at least in that regard. There we go, more Trishraite. Climb up here, get that Dendroculus. There we go. Come on, come on. Okay, Dendroculus, number 1. Well, quantity 1. Okay, so we can beat up this real quick. Is this over here? Oh, that is a lot of it. We even got treasure hoarders with them. That is interesting. Okay, get everyone with that. Okay, there we go. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Okay. Oh, we actually managed to poise our way through because of Dia. Yeah, Dia helpful? Dia helpful? Okay, come on. Let's eliminate his whole deal. Come on. Launch and there we go. Smack it down. Get rid of one of those and okay, cool. That should be it. Okay. Yep, there we go. Cleared out this little Fatui can. I wonder if they'll have any notes for us to read or something. That potato is through. Okay. Down there we have, oh, another Soul Bell challenge. Let's continue getting sidetracked. Nothing wrong with it. Okay. Oh, a precious chest. That's nice. Teachings of Admonition. Let's keep on heading up. All the stuff over there on the tops of those hills that I haven't yet done. Fair enough. Soul Bell challenge. Oh, you have to go the other way for it. Okay, interesting. And down there is another. Enemy camp we can try clearing out. Ah, with a remarkable chest, in fact. How nice. It's by the oasis, all those treasure hoarders. Over there, a waterfall that we can't actually get to the top of yet. Very nice. Probably gonna lead to Fontaine or something. Okay, go over here. Come on, let's get close and step on all these guys at once. There we go. I got a lot of them. But not all of them. That's a little disappointing, I guess. Okay, so they're sprawling over, but they also stayed still, so it's not too bad. That's good. Okay, come on. Oh my goodness. And climb up. Okay, cool. Okay, keep going. There we go, and that chest is all clear. We can pilfer our loot from them. Come on, come on. What did we just get? Plain vase stupor for 10. This implies it would be used to store alcohol. Uh-oh. Really earning their T rating with a minor alcohol reference there. Okay. Time for our soul bell trial. DA is a little faster on foot. There we go. Let's see if it gives us a short timeline given that we have... Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, come on. So we'll have to go up here. Can use... We have 120 seconds, but it's just a matter of using those sigils anyway. Fair enough. Thank you for making my life easier than it had to be. I guess there might have been a plume over here, but there's so many that I've since forgotten. Okay, let's keep going. Yeah, but we've literally already completed the other quest by getting the 3 drums, so it's just a matter of going and playing the songs on them. Okay, let's speed through and maybe go back through this little mountain cave pass with the quarry drum. Okay. There we go. Oh wow, Wi-Fi is acting up real quick. Okay. It's just a short stutter, nothing real serious. That was a bar song? Okay. So those guys are back there again, even though the chest is gone, but there is that smash stone, which I missed on my other runs through here. Yep, and then that drum, no longer usable. Okay. Okay, cool. Something about a customer. Okay, there we go. Come on. Keep moving on, there we go. Okay. Nice. So we can knock her down before this starts ends. Yep, exactly. Nice, very good. Okay. Just got rid of those aromites, got a few more aramite materials then. Like Khvarena. Forget what that led to. I think it was just a... Yep, it was a Farwick puzzle cave, and we did this already. Another quarry drum, in fact. Let's actually go back and see what it was. Okay, a very simple one, really. This one had a number of plunges, actually. There we go. Yeah, the ones over with the mushrooms didn't have many plunges. There we go. And then we got a jump boost meanwhile to make the plunging easier. There we go. Cabbage. Nice. Oh, yeah. And that's there we can actually go across using the 4-leaf sigil instead. So that makes things significantly easier and significantly more pleasant. Okay, those mountaintops, I'll need to check those out individually on their own once I finish things up. Okay. That tree Roshnu is there, but what? Draw near Vorkash Oasis may not be so easy a thing. Interesting. Wonder what's going on. Either way, oh, switch to walking. I'm pressing the wrong button to unlock mouse. Switch for Roshnu around the giant tree. Okay then, well, I guess things are going to be a little complicated. Over there seems to be a cave. Okay, might that have been a gray crystal, or am I just... Oh, okay, so the Dendra one is over there, but it's not unlockable yet, because... Interesting. It's a way to do a quest objective then. We already got the Crow one at the start, and the Pirate, Electro, and Hydra one once through trials. But it does seem like there's another Nagarjunite here. Interesting. Keep going, and it seems to me that these are places to put these drums, and you have to kind of memorize the songs to some extent. It's good that they're shorter then, because they're not as hard to memorize them. Nase Juna. Oh, he's here. Doing his song research. It's you, Nase Juna. What are you doing here? Honored envoy of Khvarena, and you too? Susan and I should have swords. He has no party and companion. Calls Agon and Paimon. His permission call you by those names. An earlier skeptic searching for the quarry drums, important items for a ritual. Ritual of Chinvat and the songs, proper terms not remembered, essence of the matter. Mentioned by Khvarena's envoy, know little of our history, led astray by heresies and heterodoxies from the forest, very religious. True history of Barsong and the quarry drums. Storytime is a joy, not so concerned. No idle yarn to be told after tea. Tell a meeting with the party. Signs of divine books and more. Long years of war in the land hereafter. Idle yarns in that case. The ancestors worked to form disaster. And profound friendship with Pari. Mar sounds familiar, so I guess that's Samurg. Preference for music, Corey drums for her during the ceremony where the bonds with the party were made official. Or would that be the main Sealy over there? 5 drums had to be gathered and played according to scores. Corey drums are long lost. Drum scores have withstood the corrosion of sandstorms, almost perfectly preserved. Words shall ne'er describe the true magnificence of that occasion, and the Corey drums sounded. All things reverberated in unison. Sound could freely traverse space and time. Witness its shaking, the core elements themselves stirred. Very lively time, getting a headache. I'll choose the nice one, lively time. She and the skeptics felt the pass on her legacy, resulting in the loss of all the Corey drums. However loudly we cried out, bar some familiar would never again utter a word in response. Some familiar Rosh knew before, we're talking about, when she responded to the Order of Skeptics' call. Part of the Order of Skeptics, by tradition and ceremony, routine actions. By tradition, then they lost their drums. Hardly a peaceful land, not a surprise. Okay, rushing back to the oasis won't be easy. So, collect all the Corey drums and play them according to the score. Everyone's given up searching for the lost drums, gathering the relevant clues even before your arrival. Might have expected a word now sort of Sasuga. There we go. No need to flatter me. After all, if Arya Deva had not... My apologies. It referred to an elder amongst the Order of Skeptics who left for Sumeru City to work on light novels. Responsibility not have fallen to me otherwise. Oh, so I guess... that might have been the guy from the Scaramouche quest then. Became a light novelist. On and on, worrying against the Yai publishing editor. Pony its ingenious imitation TCG considered war, turning into a ridiculous old geezer. Okay, let me see. Come on, just a second. Okay. Interesting. Let me see real quick. Arya Deva. Oh, so he's near the Koimi Exchange. Okay. Are you? Oh, so he talks about before. So Juno? Okay. Okay. He was added in 3.0, so he was always there. Well, I never saw him because I never really went through Sumeru City. But yeah, something about... we got spoiled, but that apparently this guy's up to no good. Unsurprising. Still an elder who knows more about her heritage than I do. If asked for information regardless of disagreements we might have. Didn't answer any questions to do with the light novels and card games. 3 whole questions to receive a single reply. 3 questions for $1 million. That joke about lawyers. It might take me a great deal of effort to gather clues about the Corey drums. Find Corey drums other than the one Catherine gave us, not the whole set of 5, but still. The clues, Nasajuna, had the clues all along. Why didn't you go for the ones Corey drums yourself? Does you want to answer? Not in possession of a vision, I am not. Capable of bending the elements, enviable gift, not blessed with such a gift. Good that you're here, trouble for Soros with your help, otherwise, to make other arrangements. Maybe Nasajuna is the one who has been convincing Soros that she has to sacrifice herself. As I said before, seems even fate is on my side. Soros, come with me. Hidden treasures may be found closer by than we think. Okay. Location Nasajuna mentioned. So yep, it's over there by that dendro symbol. Okay. Let's go through. Exactly. So, oh, there's a Khvarena over there. Strange no path. Not good of a guide. Sends over rockfall. Observant. Activity, rocks to collapse, caught in a landslide, what is called a path. This to me, a little spark to solve, safety concerns, please stand back a bit. Stone crevice, small package, fills a gap back up. Safe distance, lights the fuse. Smaller pieces, dust finally clears a gray gate. So, yep, I use that Khvarena at those stones. Still a gate in the way, always another gate, seems quite sturdy. Able to pass through, breaking the seal, need your help. Calls to us, time to use some Khvarena. Oh, some monsters, search for clues, rift time's here, time to be careful. Oh goodness, echoes left from the battles fought so many years ago. Okay, cool. Oh, no, I'm attacked. I'm attacked again. Whoop. Okay. At least I'm getting multiple of these attacks. I'll probably get rid of at least one. Okay, there we go. Okay. Oh my goodness, am I gonna die here? Scarred, you know. Guess I could have used Sonic Haze. Probably should have used Sonic Haze. Oh well. Okay. Dodge around and keep going. Attack these evil dogs. Nice. Okay, cool. Search for clues in the cavern. Yeah, I'm gonna go back and heal real quick. Wonder if the statue will remove that corrosion. Okay. Yeah, the corrosion went away one way or another. Okay, go back to the hills. Now we can do this. Okay, search for clues in the cavern. Okay. Oh, so now Sejuna has disappeared then. Okay. So we can use this Khvarena sprite to open the way back up. Come on, come on. I do wonder what those rock piles are though. Okay. Come on. Sword through here now. Nice. Okay. Oh, cool. So we can probably just... Maybe it's a soul bell trial? I don't know. Something buried underneath the sand past. How about we take a closer look? Oh, some fungi. How nice. Okay. Okay. Got another out there. Oh, more dendro fungi. How nice. Shows all of them. And then there... It's interesting because it implies that they're there. Okay, can't ring that bell yet. So they're the regular elements, and then... Okay. We got... Same like before, Chrono, Electro, Dendro, Hydro, Pyro. There are 3 other stars, so I assume 2 would be Geo and Animo, but then an 8th. So I guess that's time, and it's signs of an erased element. Then pick it up. I wonder what the bell has to do with it. Pick it up. There we go. Got all the drums. Place it full of great crystals. Struna looks along a bit, collecting some scattered records and browsing through. Not too far from what I expected. Mechanism that sealed the Dendro drum once here has been destroyed. Some other notes show where the other quarry drums might be found. Scrambling along for days, strength to find the Corybantes. Strength to retrieve them, such I will record their locations here. Okay. No detailed information on the key contents of the ritual. Okay. Following inference from a comprehensive review from the current body of research, one of the Corybantes matches the element recorded on the drum score. Obvious requires only a rudimentary understanding. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's obvious. Animo and Geo drums do not exist. The reason for this merits further investigation. This that implies it's all about Dendro and then swirlable elements, or Dendro and elements it reacts with, and then Cryo for some reason. Animo and Geo drums do not exist. Maybe it might have something to do with the fact that Venti and Zhongli were the only Archons who are still around as members of the original 7. About sort of the death of the 7? Meaning behind the notation. Notation divided into empty 3 categories. Empty, half full, and full. Yeah, are you a note half empty or half full kind of person? Hypothesis is that the musical notes refer to 3 types of rhythms, namely pause, light, and heavy. Exactly. That is correct. Thoroughly the order of reading. Able to be determined, unless chords from found, try to read it in the usual order, left to right and top to bottom. Okay, cool. We'll just put it when the chord drums were lost in a single night. Order of skeptics overcome with great grief. Losing the drums meant losing the bridge that connected them to bars sounds familiar. From then on, the young were never again able to listen to her teachings. Grave incident indeed. But efforts made by all the search for the drums thereafter, few gains were made due to the obstruction posed by the defiled energies. Okay. Interesting. According to the elders, one of those old locations have seen those without the power to combat the brute mind of the defilement, those who cannot wield the elements, and those who have not obtained the trust of Khvarena's envoy are unable to reach this place. Okay. Let me see. Oh, come on. Cryo Quarry Drum. Original location. I wonder if there's a cryo symbol scattered around. Okay. What if at the eastern side? Yeah, I guess it doesn't say anything. Maybe we'll see something one day. Brute-minded defilement, cannot read the elements, not obtain the trust of Khvarena's envoy, or unable to reach this place. That said, we have done Khvarena stuff already in the past, even before that. Doesn't even require having Sorush. Maybe it's the elements already having trust? Precognitive or something? Brute might of the defilement. Aryadeva, because we had to use Animo to get through. Power to beat the Rifthound's Animo element to get rid of the sand, and Khvarena to get rid of the gate. Okay, cool. Deva also attempted to retrieve the Dendrodrum in the youth, did not succeed, sound about the matter ever since. Sense of responsibility or maybe pride closes his mouth. Order of Skeptics, terrible relationship with the academia. Paimon thought you'd all just stay here. Big hole in the sky, never mind not coming back to help out. And where lays over in Sumeru City, writing novels and playing cards. She'd been fantasy what he couldn't in reality. The story of his failures and all had helpful changing the ending. Solving a real life problem. People need hope in their lives even if it isn't real. Yeah, video game moment. Paimon thinks that sticking together is our best chance at fixing the Skyhole problem concerning Sorush 2 after all. Okay, Paimon's concern is wasted on destined for a grand sacrifice. Say that valuing the choices and faces of others is prideful. Just Paimon out here. Complete a commission, respect their wishes and wish them well. Will be nice. Supposed to ask them to leave it to us. Thank you for your aid. Do not forget main character of the hymn. Speaking of which, if we take the Dendrodrum here into account, it seems like we found all 5 Kori drums. It was as if we just happened upon them as we were adventuring. I expected the Osnapani, who Sorush acknowledged. This went faster than I thought it would. There we go. Recorded the entire drum score carved into the stone walls. If you have, let us return to Barsam to begin the ritual. Okay. Copy drum score. Koribante and Sarupa. Okay. Let's see. So what do we just get? We got... Okay. Okay, these over there, inscription fragments to a monument. Rupa, missing core drums, dendro marking. So yeah, this is effectively the intended order then. Interesting. Guess that would be the hardest to find. Notes left, unless core drums are traditional usage. Okay. So interestingly enough... Oh, okay. So the Pyro one is actually not really over there, is it? No, actually, if it's close to that cave, it's basically up top. So the marking kind of conveys it, because the Zulkarnain is surprisingly close. Start of the Electro, start of the Hydro, so it takes you to their entrances. Okay, cool. Time to copy the scores then. Copy the drum score, 0.5. 0 out of 5. Okay, so I guess we'll have to go up and find the treasure hoarders who are up top. Okay. Actually, just a second. Yeah, but like I said, one of my friends, one of my boys was in town to drop off his cousin up here at college, so we got some lunch at a local breakfast spot, and I had a nice cheesesteak along with some breakfast hash browns. It was quite nice. Okay, it seems we got an achievement that we just... Okay, Wonders of the World. Hic Pulso. Receive all 5 Koribantes. Hic. Okay. In Latin. Hic Latin. Okay, it means this. Hic is Latin, it means essentially this pulse. Okay. Okay, I guess we can't go up that way. We have to be a bit more circuitous in our route. Just a little. Okay, we can go up there. And, we got some treasure hoarders. Just a couple. There we go. There you go. Okay, cool. Nice. Goodbye. Cool. Treasure hoarder insignia. The silver one. Copy it. First one, easy. Paimon has it memorized already. So if I summon... Ah, so it copies over. Interesting. So it, I assume it gets modified slightly when you... In some sense, Samjna, Koribante Samjna. Okay, and it's got a hydro notation on it. I read. You can check that. Interesting, cool. Copy it down one by one. These over here seem to... Okay. There are 5 of these. But we can't put the Kori drums back there in that stump yet. So we just need to keep jetting around and then... Okay. Yep. Drum score here as well. Take some notes. Bijnyama. The other one did not seem to change though, which is interesting. Over there. Yeah, oh, interesting. So that actually... Up there, over there. So this is essentially... Oh, okay. And there where we can't go seems to be another oasis. Again, if this is going to be Pathway to Fontaine. It's interesting. I didn't expect there to be any sort of desert area in Fontaine, but, you know. Yeah, half of Teyvat will end up being desert by the end of all this. Okay, here we go. There we go. Okay, cool. Come on, ominous mask. Okay, that's clear. Oh, we got another one over there. Third one, only 2 more left to go. Madonna. Okay, cool. Goodbye. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. And then we go over there to the other drum score. Ah, there's a Dracula somewhere. Oh, and that enemy camp. Okay, that makes sense. May as well clear that while we have the time and the chance. Geoshroom is already... Oh, Geofungus, not Geoshroom. Geoshrooms are only the big ones, apparently. Over there to that enemy camp. Fly over, grab that Dendroculus, beat them all up, get their treasure, and make out like a bandit. Yeah, make out like a bandit while fighting the bandits. Simple, really. Okay. Nothing there to read. There you go. We've got a number of squirrels, too. That's nice. Hey, dodge that. There we go, there we go, there we go. Another remarkable chest. Okay, doesn't seem like that's readable one way or the other. So it's just a matter of clearing all that up. Okay, there we go. That's nice. Scent of the blazing sun. That seems to be a sort of flower petal holder or something. It's interesting. Back on Medea. Come on, come on. Okay. Back up top. Okay. Yeah, I guess it's up here then. Maybe, we'll see. Okay, either way. Seems to be largely empty. Yep, and we got, yep, that big funky mountain thing over here. Still largely inaccessible. Okay. That big and top here. But no, that one over there. That one over there is the original one we saw, and that is generally quite accessible. Okay, cool. Okay, so another quarry drum score. And on the other side here, the electro quarry drum. Copy. Drawn the previous drum score. Still another one. Yep, there we go. Time to go down and then play our beautiful music on our beautiful drum. Okay. Through here, yep. Dendro quarry drum. Okay. Well. I wonder what they think they're up to here. There we go. Nice. Good amount of loot. Nice. Cool. Copy. No time to lose. Return to Barcelom. Nasserai should be waiting for us. Bonte's score. Okay. Go to the giant tree. There we go. See next. Put the quarry drums back in their original places before performing the piece according to the scores on the stone walls. Question will be happy to hear us when she hears her favorite music. Excuse my presumption, which will ban the Order of Skeptics, the party, one of great significance. Proper Order of Skeptics regulation of its Vijnana Pati. Say myself were to preside over it. Once we get all the 5 quarry drums, Lady Sorce's as an Apati, out of line, or a prideful presumption upon her favor. So I guess whoever does the drums gets some favor from whoever shows up, so he wants it for himself. Interesting. Khvarena's envoy, behave more amicably to 2 of you on account of your aid in fulfilling her destined mission. Interesting. This is but a manifestation of her virtue and not any credit of yours. Do not forget your place. Praise and stand in awe of her every action as you should. Okay, come on. You say even Sorge acts so high and mighty, she isn't all that great or distant from us. And that seems like something that should be written to a hymn of praise. Praise enough by Paimon standards. Yeah, why doesn't Paimon come up with a silly nickname then? Do you desire to play the quarry drums and awaken the familiar of Barcelom from me? Better form one many forest tunes from the Aranara. So Juno, Aranara should have music. Yeah, gonna break out the vintage lyre here. I'll show someone who respond to humans who culture using music. Yeah, music-loving party too. So she'll enjoy Aranara music. Musical scores of the quarry drums, compared to some forest ditties, part of Order of Skeptics tradition. She'll be able to perform instead rather than let outsiders do it. Sarai seemed to understand the task from your writings. I see it. He experienced in the performing arts as he is, not be the more reliable choice. Principal say, no problem. But No buts, I've decided, so it shall be. Eigen shall do this deed. Saying so shall list us. My Excellency Juna, know the quarry drums are important. Eigen's not going to ruin them or anything. There we go. Put them back in their place. The quarry drums according to their attributes and perform according to the scores we have. Read the drum scores, remember how to perform. Okay. Soraya, how to read a drum score. Avoid making mistakes, will not hurt to read it again. Okay, where did Soraya go? Guess he's kind of following us in that case. Interesting stuff. This tree is very pink. Okay. Here we go. Oh, Dendro Crystal Fly. Okay. Let's head on over. Okay, do piece by piece. Place Corybante's Badana. Okay, good thing that we... Oh, it allows us to check it over here then. Check drum score. Half weight, half whole. Okay, so you have to remember them then. Half weight. Half. And then a whole. There we go. Nice. Challenge completed. Nice. So it made some drum noises. Yeah, shoulder, shoulder, shoulder. There we go. Attributes. Sankara. Corybante Sanghar, so the ritual can begin. Wait, interestingly enough, let's actually take a look, because that might imply the presence. Look at that mural. Other places for quarry drums, if these are lined up more or less according to... This is the Electro one, this is the Cryo one. Okay, let's go back. Cryo. And... Okay, Electro. Half weight, half weight, so it's just the same as before. Half. Weights. Half. Another one. There we go. There we go. So they're all making kind of Dendro-y vibes. Okay, Electro, then... Okay, interesting. Electro Cryo. Yeah, let's go back through and check that thing over there to see where the others might be. Seems they're more or less... Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, Electro... Oh, okay, there we go. Cryo. Electro. Maybe one over there, and then sort of at the bottom of the others. Cryo. Electro. Okay. Dendro. Hydro. Pyro. Would have been sort of between the Pyro and Dendro, and then between the Cryo. Electro. Okay, interesting. That is indeed curious. Guess they would have been sort of putative spots for other drums then? It is interesting and strange. Okay. One's over here. Okay, it would have been... One is... Top over... No, that one is down there. Hydro, so it isn't perfect. Either way, I guess it does imply spots for other drums. So maybe in that case, or is that too far away? Would have been another drum over here, maybe. Then maybe probably around hereabouts, but covered up by the sands and such. Yeah, okay. Okay. And there was another, but we've forgotten. Corybante's Rupa. Check drum score. Okay, half, half, half whole. Okay. Half? Hajime Mash, Tenchi. I'm just playing through the new Khvarena of Good and Evil quest. How's your Sunday going? Anything particularly interesting happening lately? Okay. Just going with Corybante's Samjana. I started a bit late because I was out. A friend was briefly in town. He wasn't planning to be here, but he came up here, so we went out and had lunch. Got some nice little sandwiches. Half whole, empty whole. There we go. Half. Whole. There we go. Empty. And whole. I've been... Oh, you got Layla. Are you a big Layla fan? Do you sympathize with her in some sense because she's always tired and busy? Yeah, I had Nothing particularly of note, other than just streams, but I have a couple of essays to write over the next couple of days, and then some other stuff. Next Saturday, I should be performing in a little informal little rock band with some friends for a little music festival that my dorm is putting on. So yeah, we'll see. Drum score, half full. Okay, cool. So some of these are actually similar to each other. Wait. Pyro, and then the other one was Dendro. Okay, so that's similar, isn't that? Yeah, fair. Like I've said before, I'm a collector, so I intend on getting everyone eventually. So I'm glad I got Layla. And I got a con recently, which is nice. Yeah, that said, she isn't really any good until C6 anyway, so I'll be getting C5 Farzan with the upcoming event, so hopefully we should... Once I get C6, I'll be able to make an actual Wanderer team. There we go, keep going. Last one should be... There we go. Oh, took longer. That might have not worked. Okay, cool. So that one... Here's some faint drumming. There we go. And that other Pari should have woken up now. Ah, that Pari was asleep. Yep, exactly. Awakening is real sound, because we're awakening them up from sleep. Oh, they got that sort of dendro fungus hat. Yeah. So I should be hitting Soft Pity soon, so we'll see if I win 50-50 for Nilu, and then whether I go on to get Baizu or not. Answered our call. Roshnu, kind of tired, need to help her out. Roshnu indeed, but could have a nice meal. Right, grub, meat, veggies, sweet, salty. What should we get? Hang on, do Pori enjoy human food at all? Maybe a repeat performance might do. Human food, so noisy, so sleepy. Kind of thought this might go differently, like a moving reunion after many years. Sashi Bodine, not gonna happen. Sorush, I recognize you. Oh, she's got this cute little heart in between her eyes too. It's nice. That's right, this is my Yasnapati Eigen, companion Paimon, Nasaraya of the Order of Skeptics, who was apparently a bad guy based on some dialogue I accidentally read. Skeptics, Yasnapati, Yan, I do not wish to know about human affairs. The drums are noisy, threw them in different places so I could sleep in peace. The scent of lies are a misunderstanding. Huge misunderstanding, do it say? And Paimon doesn't do that. But our documents recorded this so very clearly, nor did Lady Sorush say anything against this. Slumber too long, Rashu, muddling your memory of affairs. Scattering of Corribantes meant to select those who might clear the trials. Or that Dendro trial might have been. Yeah, one was kind of collecting particles, another was moving a flame around, and another was just combat. Those who could not solve such a small problem, proving unfit to call themselves Yasnapati, they aided me in my great work of extinguishing Abba Osha. Okay, I need a cough drop. My throat is sore. My throat was clearing up, and then I inhaled a lot of dust by trying to... I was literally basically doing reverse CPR on my mouse, because... Yeah, another nice honey lemon cough drop. Some dust got inside it last night, and it was messing up its optical sensor, so I had to literally suck the dust out of it. But even then, after that was done, it still wasn't perfect, because over the last 2 years, it turns out I had eroded the coating on my mouse pad. So I'm ordering a new one. It's one of those just designless black wrist rest mouse pads. Sign of Appa Osha, sign. Could have gotten one of those with Zhongli on it, but not sure how I would explain it to anyone who came in my room. Sign, I'm so tired. Not the time for sleep. We gotta go get her the chaplet. Eigen deserves the title of Yasnapati. Help me immensely. Help alone is not enough. Rashno, I need yours as well. I get it. It was Zorvan who too approves of me. Will you come to me with the Vorikasha Oasis? Well, it is not impossible. Sounds familiar, please late. Queries regarding the skeptics' traditions. Human business later, perhaps. Talk later, perhaps, after I sleep for a bit, maybe then, which would be basically a century. Nasarai, I do not have other things to attend you. Save your business with Rashnu for another day. Should to camp to accomplish that which I should. Interesting. One kind of feels bad for Nasajuna right now. Afraid this isn't something we can butt into. Either way, his notes do say he's postponing investigating the Abyss in terms of doing Order Skeptic stuff. Nasajuna and Source know each other for a long time, sell this stuff between them, can't they? Whatever the case, if you come with us to the Oasis, Rashnu Sourish will be one step closer to getting the chaplet. Together now. Get there again. Let's go together. There we go. Going together with humans. Yawn, alright. There we go. There's drums, tree on the hill. Time to talk to Zorvan, I guess. The previous one was... Okay, so where are the others? I remember when the other party sort of took up a location, but I guess if the quest is done, as the Khvarena's light shows, and our chaplet go on collecting the great songs of Khvarena. So those aren't even the same ones. That is interesting. Okay, let's check the other one. Okay. Let's check the dialogue we missed because we got the other quest too quick. Current quest, Awakening's Real Sound. Was it saved? We've already done. Yep, skipped. Collected the Quarry drums already. Tree on the hill. Okay. Height while jumping. Okay. Those, do they say if we... Quarry drums, not the whole set of 5. Marked area. Rockfall. Okay. It's left behind. Come on. Okay. Go getting the other quarry drums, retrieve them all. There's Napani, other quarry drums. Okay. Bunch of scores. Okay, transition description missing. Okay. Oh, okay. So I guess the people who were marking down the dialogue on the wiki had gotten all the drums before doing it, so they don't have the dialogue for doing it without getting the quarry drums already. Okay. Not a party. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, so it is that simple. I know that the Electro one does say something about a storm. Okay. Good. Great songs of Khvarena. Okay. Time to collect that achievement. Wonders of the world. Bring Roshni back to the Verakasha Oasis. The one is just a pilgrimage because she was unclean at the time. Talk to Zorvan. It's the Khvarena's light shows. Hopefully she'll get her chaplet now. Zorvan? Well, no, if it isn't Sorush nor Yaznapani. Well, yeah, her wrinkly eyes came back quickly, might sound rude, exceeded my expectations. Foolish Mahir, ignorant Rashnu, personally saved them, brought them back to our sea of flowers. In a different light now, Elder. Paimon thinks it's more accurate to say that we saved them together. I can put in tons of work too. Speak too much, trying to elevate you to the position my Yaznapani. 2 of them, okay. Don't be so petty, pale flutter, it seems I must reconsider my decision. Well, actually, never mind. Who wants to be your Yaznapani anyway? It may seem strange to say so, but with myself and my Yaznapani, be of the same root and stem, indivisible. Just as the heroes of legend should have many helpers, my Yaznapani's work shall also count for my glory. This goes without saying, when a party shall do such a supreme deed as I will not peddle the foolishness that is stealing another's credit. Interesting. Yaznapani mine, feel free to add your deeds to the hymn, for thus shall my great deeds seem all the greater for it. By your weave your grace. We're taking this a bit far, I think. That's right, we're quite used to you talking like this, Sorush. Everyone's right over there looking at us like we're a bunch of idiots. And let's not speak of things unrelated, just as we agreed before, Elder, you can give me the twin-horned chaplet now, yes? Well, we did, but I can't give you the chaplet. You're going back on your word? Now the chaplet is the symbol of Khvarena's recognition. It can be given away based on private whims. Countless modes of Khvarena traded by the transformed divine bird, we probably have been blessed with intelligence, thus that we are able to communicate the remaining consciousness within the mother tree and guide the power of Khvarena. So there is consciousness in there. Not all party may possess such authority. Only the Bloom Guards, those who prove worthy successors to the Divine Bird's aspirations, have the courage to see that wish through. They gain the chaplet, the crown that contains wisdom. Ooh, a crown. Okay, cool. Upgrade. Come then, pray along with me to the invincible Khvarena. If you have been acknowledged, then our God will grant you the chaplet herself. Zuravan recites the words of an ancient hymn and Sorush joins her, as if 1,000 birds sing out at once and were then silenced, a disturbance in the force. No. And as if 100 flowers respond. Okay. Okay. Should him and Sorush joins her, 1,000 birds sing out at once, and as if 100 flowers respond. So more birds than flowers. Interesting. Oh, we're gonna see a... Oh, we got a cutscene. Ah, there we go. Pari upgrade. There we go. The Khvarena of the birds. Talk to Zuravan. Ah. Scarf takes flight. The Khvarena of the birds. Sorush has obtained the Twin Horn Chapel and the Zuravan as her witness. The Khvarena is the study of grammar and linguistic analysis in Sanskrit. So I guess it would be sort of language of the birds, or analysis, speech of the birds, or prayer maybe. Okay, let's see what her whole sort of deal has changed now. Sorush, Pari born, Varikasha Oasis, Bloomguard acknowledged by the Khvarena connection, and her side her Yasnapati. Okay, but either way, she just looks a little different now. Oh, so we have to re-equip her now that she's changed. Okay, cool. Born in the Varikasha Oasis. So now when we go around, she has her Bloomguard crown. That's cool. Okay. Let's see what we're able to do now. Talk to Zuravan. Okay. Chaplet just grows out of your head. Go as we thought. Guess you've got your twin horn chaplet now. So I guess these would be the horns here. Maybe either these or these. Much more reliable than before. Of course, destined Bloomguard after all. Need only offer yourself as my sacrifice to extinguish the sign of Appa Osha. And there we go, ruining our impression of you right away. So we've got the chaplet now. We can go song that great song of Khvarena thing right. So Juna, enough of those great songs. Perform the rite of Chinvat and pass through the darkness. These words can be relied on in that. Rite of Chinvat, now Sejuna, Order of Skeptics. The human remembers the rite thought had been lost. Well, I think he's trying to reconstruct it more. Instead, travel alongside human heroes, cross the darkness through the rite, cleanse the impurities tainting the mother tree. Looks like he wasn't mistaken. Happened. Personally used the Khvarena to repair the seal that held the darkness at bay. So it wasn't sacrifice. Later, the one who fused in the strongest Khvarena collected there into 5 great songs used to purify the land. Long quest. Alright. Well, it's actually not that long. We just took our sweet time going out and exploring basically the whole area beforehand. Okay. Well, I guess the Kori drums would have been long if we hadn't. Skeptics should not have knowledge of the great song's existence, so they relied merely on their traditional records. Maybe it was something about the Abyss Order then. Interesting. So she was interested in researching documents and documents elsewhere that you don't know about Zuravan. All the more suspicious. Due to others who would be interested in the great songs, probably the Abyss. Yep. Same with you there. Small matters no obstacle. Only just obtain the chaplet, cannot collect enough Khvarena. Not the rite of Chinvat, need the power of the great songs. After I first scattered the monsters, bid our sea of flowers, great songs scattered across the land. Only one hidden by me within the waters of Sunuata Lake here, kept away for a future time of need. Obtain the authority to touch the great songs, and first go to obtain this one. Rest, seek them out yourself, safeguard them all, fall into the hands of suspicious people. So yeah, it's basically... It's like finding the song of the hero and opening Skykeep and Skyward Sword. It really is like Skyward Sword. Like you to take care of Sorush, may have obtained the acknowledgement of Khvarena, that wisdom and intelligence have never been prerequisites for becoming a Bloomguard. Just, I don't know, strength, speed, I don't know, we'll see. Power? Courage? Not wisdom. Sorush? Okay. Go to Sunyata Lake and talk to Sosi. Monumental study. Oh, so it's probably connected to... Sosi's research doesn't seem to be going well. Ah, okay. So it's probably Khvarena Monument. Yep, exactly. Have your Raven Bard. Guess we'll have to do that as part of the quest too. Yeah, this is a long epic. Kind of like Aranyaka, I guess. Yep, inscription, monument inscription. There we go. Sparring, maybe it helps Sworish out. Oh shit. Element. Yep. Tuniga Halls and Rick might just open. It helps Sworish out. Parry. Catastrophe, Cleanse Defilement, Submerge, Amrita. Okay. Parry. Amrita. It's kind of like coming from the pomegranates. Guess. No, it mentioned something about pomegranates earlier. Probably in connection to. For a cautious School? Defilement, yep. Warriors. Hallsworth might reopen, yep. Okay, same thing as before, Swoosh. Type of battle at heart. And this is how things were, yep. She's got her Chaplet. Khvarena. Okay. There we go. Good news. Okay. Evangel. Okay. Yep, okay, cool. Not Sosi yet. Found that lake. Sunyata Lake. Okay. Where might that be? Okay. It's just over there. Let's keep going. Head on in and down. Okay. Oh my goodness, people are playing music again. At least it's only faint, but do they really have to be so loud? Just... Okay, okay. Guess this might be a lake. Keep on running. So maybe it would have been smart to use a... Okay, Sunyata flowers. Guess maybe we would have had to do all the flowers already. Interesting. Oh, so this over here, this is what it is. Interesting. Thought that this dead end was just a dead end. Okay. But it seems that it had more significance. Here we go. Go up. Get that crystal fly. Okay. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Get the other one. And it disappeared in the dust. That's sad. Sunyata Lake. Oh, cutscene. Flower sigil. It's a lot like Arama's. Yeah. Oh. That one over there is just the same. Yeah, Ice moment. Something weird came out from the lake. Great Song of Khvarena looks kind of cute, actually. Bigger than all the other Khvarena. Great Khvarena for short. This cute could be good at cleansing the impurities, though. Story's much the same. Another powerful cutie on our side here, don't we? Is that Paimon? Blues in the ear, those words are not. But I shall take it that you praise my majesty nonetheless. Okay. Songs of Khvarena, physical manifestation of Khvarena's might, collected and fused by the first Pi within the flower sea, used to cleanse the land of impurity. Power of Khvarena creates a barrier in its area. Only a party with the Twin Horde Chaplet can touch them. Swords with the Chaplet may use her power to collect them. Another tutorial. Okay. Swords touching the song. There we go. Here we go. Okay, so we have to actually touch it. There we go. Okay, cool. One great Khvarena down. Next we just... At the moment, don't know where the rest are doing, no need to fret. Commander Nasarai regarding it already knows where the other four may be found. You only need to have him guide us Doubt my judgment. Nasujuna's documents aren't all that reliable. In the matter of the drums, Khvarena, not found by consultation with skeptics' traditions. Your Nasarai's own painstaking studies, probably the Abyss. Work on the ones locked within the ruins, personally check the rest, there will be no errors. Sure, Pale Floater, doesn't Bloomguard now would I make such mistakes? I'm not very assured, mind you. Nasujuna first and stuff, say meet us at the camp. Narration's unnecessary, simply follow me, record my accomplishments. Okay. Log 2 Nasujuna. Contain immense power, only the party can obtain the Khvarena's approval, which its potential through a special ritual. But I do know that one is actually down there. And here underground, so let's actually go get it and see what happens. Okay, Frosiod. Yep, it's just right down here. Let's go check it out real quick. Come on. Come on. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Then with these wind blades. There we go. Nice. Okay, cool. Let's talk about, yeah, wind blades there. High wind pressure, okay. Wait, what did it say, the whole thing? Build up high pressure and then just deal damage. Okay, cool. Some condensate, okay, cool. Nice, so we do have that Song of Khvarena over there, and I wonder if this will unlock that. Probably not. Okay, cool. Okay. There we go, another great Khvarena. So Khvarena is having in... looked into this. Wait, what did that say just now? Okay. Oh, probably about unleashing that Wenut of Khvarena. Okay. As the light, Khvarena's light shows. Let's see what that dialogue is for Wenut. Okay. Fun on page, Wenut. Okay. How little effect. Okay. Great Song Khvarena is having even in the immediate vicinity the petrified Satek Wenut. Seems only affects those related to the abyss. Okay. Petrification. Okay, so that was Nase Juna dialogue actually, even though he's not here. That's funny. Okay, so I guess they didn't assume we wouldn't do that kind of break. Okay, let's talk to the other gal over there. Where should she be? Environmental studies, Soci. Okay, there we go. So let's check over here, see what it says up top. See what specifically it says about the Abyss Order there. See if it has something to do with sabotage. Okay. Oh, there was a chest that I just never opened. That's funny. Okay. Teaching the skeptics, control entry and exit, ceremony currently completed. Investigation activity related to the Abyss Order can be postponed. Yeah, so probably some kind of sabotage to let the Abyss Order pass through then. Okay, cool. Okay, so she's over there in Monumental Study. Okay. I'm gonna go over and head on down, talk to her. Yep, and the other guy's over there. Come on, come on. Okay. What's that paragraph supposed to mean? Over there is... wait. There was something over there that I think I missed earlier. She would have probably not had the right kind of... interesting. We have two of those great songs now, don't we? Okay, yep. Okay, great song, Khvarena. One of them was just absorbed, it seems. Unless there was some kind of error in the quest, which I hope is untrue. That would be a real downer. Okay, no, it's just... I think there was something about notes relating to Babel. Maybe. May as well get more Trishraite. Again, whoever eventually needs them. There we go. Okay, more Trishraite. Run back over. Okay. Ah, there's a... okay. Aramite camp. Well, that's not my problem right now. I could deal with that at a later date. Okay. All the stuff over here on that part of the sands. There's something mentioning Babel and... yeah, something up Messiah and Babel. Okay. Go. Go, and that Khvarena is just going back and forth with no pause. Okay. Falcon indeed. And then... okay. Oh, okay. This is Jaw to repay the debt in an agreement. Oh, together again in the end. Oh, so he either abandoned them or killed them because they couldn't pay. Yep. Babel. Oh, wasted burst. Well, I'm just gonna say that that was my attempt at Damnatio Memoriae of Messiah. Jet is chasing him down. Did see that from the other notes. She is indeed trying to chase him down. Okay, there we go. Soci. She also orders skeptics. Should know something about this. What brings you here? Strange stuff. Monument fragments. Okay. Start by perfect timing. For what? Dinner, bad feeling. Get today. Victory feast not time yet. Request to make way to Sorush. So we'll hear you out. Wonderful. Please come with me. Something you can't say here. You don't understand after you've seen them yourselves. Place with multiple tablets, so we just teleported up here. Interesting. Yep, exactly. Want to show us? One big stone tablet. Who wrote it? Can't make out what's written on it. Khvarena monument. Valuable artifact. Appears this way. These fragments are lost. Okay. Monument. True names of every party. First contract they formed with the Order of Skeptics. Mortality of the party. Sustained by the Khvarena monument. One who manages to collect all 4 fragments and causes the contract to reappear, re-establish a contract with the party, and obtain a power that rivals the gods. Nice and all, what does that have to do with us? Not interested in obtaining the power of the gods, contracts with the party, friends with swords, no need for formalities. Who told you we were friends? Do you mind your manners, pale floater? Okay, you do have a point. We'll be friends once Paimon returns the favor by coming up with an ugly nickname for you. Yeah, I didn't even think about that, but Sorush kind of stole Paimon's shtick by coming up with the ugly nickname first. Disrespectful behavior aside, plan to task Eigen with collecting the monument's fragments. Observant of you, Lady Sorush, indeed my plan. Lowly task. Adventure suited for professionals, not adventurers, okay? Just a lowly task. Do professional skills like a good vision, intelligence, and battle prowess. Vision, okay. Vision, keen observation skills, vision, yeah. Strange things, monument fragments, so she's thing she wants. New contract with this party, a power that rivals the gods. Interesting, you're human, a higher power. Created ignore ignorance. Presumptuous thoughts, sake of research, bringing truth to light. Deme and Order of Skeptics, due to a clash of ideals separate ways. Research, history, and heritage. But a higher power after the contents of the inscription, sake of research, I swear. Actual contract, skeptics and party's true name. Pique your interest. Bit curious. Not like I can memorize everything. I'll pick the intellectually curious one. Surprise, stories recognition. Formal commission, well compensated by the order. Commission with compensation. Should give it a go. Splendid, some clues requiring the locations of the fragments. Goods like these, experienced adventurers. And guarded by Trinity catastrophe, remnants of ash, wizened husks, zenith. And defended by thorns like blades, with a party of the Vorikasha oasis have long dwelled. Land guarded by Barsam's familiar. So, one would be around the tree as a land. Us mortals have an inkling of its form, descendants of the divine bird, bound to where destiny was decreed. Okay, we found the Tunigi one, and the other one. Barsam's familiar, party of the Vorikasha oasis. Okay, cool. One more thing, suspicious individuals covet the power of gods, come all the way from the snowy lands. So they're working with the Abyss, maybe, but they're not working with the Fatui. It was the Tanit working with the Fatui. Seen them sneaking around Khvarena monument, up to no good, setting up camp nearby. But with those outlanders, please on our land, Sorush. The Fatui gotta chase them away, teach them a lesson. We separate camps, mark them on your map later. Running officer among them watches over the situation, defeating them would teach these outlanders to abide by our rules. Enough talk, leave the matter in your hands while I stay here and continue reading up on relevant documents. Sorush accompanying you, sure everything will go smoothly. Okay. Quest, Fatui camps, lost inscription, monumental study. Search these commission, okay. This many to review details, okay. Interesting. Research doesn't seem to be going well. Monumental studies, its own one, just like Pale Fire. This is a very questy one, very similar to Enkanomiya. Do all those quests to get, this quest to get those books, which has its own quest with the labyrinth, the 2 labyrinths, the other puzzles going through. Enkanomiya was a whole heck of a lot of fun. Definitely like the Enkanomiya. I guess the other one would have been like the Chasm. It's sort of a search and expedition. They do go underground, this does have. It is interesting to think about. Neither of those are exactly Conria in particular. This one is Conria, the others aren't exactly Conria in particular. Okay, I need some water. Okay. Conria mentioned though. Okay. Bit of lemon taste too. That's nice. So the whole thing with Quatafo and then opening up, beating all those knights. I guess both later areas tend to be more sort of questy. Well, either way, I've had fun. Monument, drive them away. Fatui camps. So get the Fatui camps marked by Sosi. Rivals the gods. No, I shouldn't overstep. Oh, questions. Khvarena monument. This person wishes to learn the original contents of the inscription. We'll probably have to fight her. She'll turn into an eremite or something. Nothing shady involved. Or an abyss nectar. Promise. Bent the Fatui officer, envious of his strength. Putting him an eyesore for a while now. Needs to pay the price for openly scheming on our territory. So she wants power then. Yeah, investigate the Fatui camps. Probably done bits and pieces already. That's inscription. There we go. Sounds familiar. Okay. In that case. Okay. That's marked by Sozi. Sozi. Okay. Let's teleport down there then. Okay, Fatui camps. One by one. Yeah, I've definitely found these guys before. Need to remember to get that treasure chest by the inscriptions then. Talk to them real nice, maybe they'll be willing to just leave. Yeah, no chance. Okay, there we go. Not reasonable at all. There we go. Okay. Cool. Nice. Hold that guy down. Okay, come on. Okay, so those are quest-only enemies, so they don't really... Okay. Interesting. Okay. Come on. Oh. Okay, he teleports over there. So stuff that. There we go. Okay. Cool. Check some work, look around your bone. Any clues about the Fatui officer? Investigate. Someone's journal. Why don't we have desert uniform? So hot I'm dying. Sand, more sand. What is it with snow? Up in the snow and have a nice cool swim. Swimming in snow. First thing I see when I wake up in the morning, Commander markers off space. Don't know how the man does it. Exit various camps every day like clockwork. But when he speaks, smells like cheese. No matter how I smell it, stench doesn't get any better. Okay. Next Fatui camp. Punctual. Which camp will show up at or at what time? Okay. Next Fatui camp. Okay. Go on. Okay, no point in waiting around. Let's get the Fatui camps. Okay. Second. Okay, I need to do something real fast. Okay.
世間話はよそう。話すこともないのに必死に話題を探すなんて滑稽だからね。
Second. Okay. Come on. There we go. Okay. Cool. There we go. I just had to book a restaurant reservation for the Club Zero trip. Okay. Let's see. Investigate. Fatui camps marked by Sozi. Let me see. That's a funny quest name. It's a very funny quest name. Okay. No point waiting around. Why don't we go to one of the camps to check it out? Okay. Okay, cool. Just a second. Progress monumental study. Okay. An evil. Okay. Juno. Been obtained. What does this unlock? Locations. The sand, stardate, Sosi, or... Okay. Cool. I gotta close my eyes to make sure I don't get spoiled on whether we have to fight her. Okay, there we go. So Juno had done. Skeptics. Okay. Conforming deeds. Okay. Yep, he is a bad guy. Okay. Second. Okay. Okay. The officer. Okay. Well, the Fatui then. Okay, cool. Officer and are driving away. Okay, can I? Okay, I'll just teleport to get closer. Just gonna go fast through here. Okay, turn around, investigate the other Fatui camp. Yeah, cleared it out before another time and got their treasure. That said, if they're part of the quest, then the chest wouldn't show up until afterwards anyway. I think. Okay. As the party demanded fools and lessons they shall never forget. Okay. Swears, what are you saying? Have some other opinion, Pale Floater? Oh well, I can teach them some manners. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay, cool. Oh my goodness, that was less than pleasant. There we go, so we got rid of that one, that one, that one. Okay, any clues here? Let's take a look. Want to show Meteoski. Investigate. Since memo update inspection time takes effect beginning today, daily report must be ready before the commander arrives. Urgent matters may be reported in the main campsite at noon sharp. Remains unchanged, don't forget. Main campsite. Okay. Main campsite at noon. Find the officer we're looking for. We go to their main camp at noon, right? Okay. You're ready? Let's go meet with the guy. Okay. Let's just port over. Go. Come on. Okay, at least I didn't take damage. Would have been. May as well. That bell should be down there. Let's just do that and let's beat up those eremites first again before I forget. Violence, violence. Okay. Should be a geo-eremite over there if memory serves. Okay. Oh, a couple of them actually. That's nice. Okay. Cool. Okay, wow, he's just missing all the time. Cool. Okay, there we go. He's using this thing. Okay, come on, help bar. There we go. Okay. Oh, okay. There we go. Okay. Nice. Yep, and he took damage from having this stand crash, basically. There we go. Nice. Fake Azurik. Oh, more showed up. Nice. And a Yonderu. Okay, come on, get over here. Get over here. Hey, there we go. I was shouldn't hit us all that hard. There we go. Come on. At least we can get the most difficult one down before we fall from the sky. There we go. Okay. This boy can go. Nice. And there we go. We got our cute little. Okay, nothing over here it seems. Cute little remarkable chest. I wonder if the enemy encounter signs will disappear after we clear this out. I don't think the other one did, so. No, yeah, if multiple ways will continue showing up, or if it'll just maybe limit itself to one. We'll see either way. Shoot the main cannon. Get that bell over there as it loads in. Okay, cool. There we go. Activate. Only 4 of these. It's basically just another way to do that sort of fake, pseudo-silly checkpoint challenge in the other part. Hedge around the left. Okay. Go over here. And right, there's that time trial challenge over there. Okay, there we go, last one. Oh, that rogue that I ignored earlier. May as well beat him up what we have. Oh, we're in the area, Balance Treasure Hunter again. Okay. Let's see. Ah, there we go, 160. Wow. That's nice. Okay, Gabriel Lajabar, 76, but we've already done the achievement. Wow, there is. This place is jam-packed. Okay, let's get this last guy over here. There's lots of health, lots of resistance. There we go. Okay. Come on. It's actually flat out over here, so you can't exactly reach us. There we go. Okay, cool. Oh, we actually managed to shatter it and get him to take some damage. There we go. True. There's flower, but no Mascadron. That is interesting. Okay, so let's head on over. Go over there to that time trial challenge that I, again, forgot. Is there something over there? Okay, it doesn't seem like it. We're getting very close to the edge of the desert entirely. Okay, over there is a something, that's for sure. Okay, get that four-leaf sigil, head on up top. And do this. Challenge. Oh, nice. 1800 particles. Okay, so that's how you're supposed to get that Dendroculus via by that. Okay. By using the sigils, which would stay unlocked until noon. Oh, so it was already noon when we... So the reason it just let us go would have let us go straight there is because the time checkpoint had already been completed. Okay, cool. Okay, Battlelands Adventurer. Did a time trial challenge just then. Nice. Chest. Okay. Namo Hoshina. Some depths of designation. Okay. Sanctuary Pilgrim. There's just one of those. Looking at Amrita. Yeah, very close to just getting all this done. Okay, there we go. Yeah, well before any of the other Sumeru areas. It does help that it's so small, I guess. Let's see if this stays down here. Probably. Oh, it doesn't seem like those sigils have actually stuck around. That's a crying shame. Okay, maybe I'll get the one up there, and maybe I'll just use Sorush to drag it up even higher. Get it like this. Okay. Okay, come on. There we go. Nice. Use this to get up top. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Sorush. Okay, around the back over there. What is that chest I missed earlier? I do wonder what's up with it. Over there is just some treasure hoarders who I already cleared out. Should be a... Yep, exactly. Oh! Geo Slimes. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, punch. There we go. Okay, cool. Nice. Yeah, get those shields done, because I don't have any actual geo with me. There we go. Nice. Alkanet. Does that have anything to do with mythological alchemists? Okay, there we go. It was just... literally just some slimes. Okay. There we go. And the other one over there. I guess we gotta change that time again. 12. Okay, there we go. That'll work well enough. Come on. Oh, we can see that just gradually disappear into blue particles. In a similar way to somebody human enemies. Okay, there we go. There we go. Yeah. So I guess you're not supposed to get those tablets, or really generally intended to get them after that one quest. So it seems like you can't do it until Sorush is a balloon guard either way. Okay. Talk to these Fatui. Okay, so to a camp's footprints. Control gun, why isn't here? Friends search for clues. Line of peace, sucked into sudden conflicts. Palmon doesn't see any signs of a struggle. Okay. But there are footprints freshly wrapped. Follow them and find something nevertheless. Okay. Follow these footprints over here. See where they lead. And what might these be? Okay, a Hilitrue. Nothing too complicated. Okay. Come on. There we go. Come on. Okay. Over there. Oh, Fatui camps defeat all the opponents. Okay. Wait, they're attacking us? Well, of course they will. Their enemies seems to have been taken for a fraud. Okay, there we go. With the attitude, we're supposed to be on the same side. Goodness. We're going to see no sign of anyone who might be their commanding officer. Forward, footprints in the sand continue, so should we. So they're going down. Oh, that camp is all... Cultural camp is all... blasted up. Okay. For clues, Fatui officers in a bad mood. Can't be far up now. Let's be careful on the scene. That tree maybe. Footprints looking for clues. Try to go to the oasis and... Interesting. Khvarena or good and evil? Yeah, going to the oasis. The harvest token, right? That's the name of that big tree. Ah, this guy is... What is up with him? Over there must be the Fatui officer. Be careful now. Okay. What does he have to say? Markazov, mysterious little creatures. So he's doing Pari research, maybe for Dottore? Scheming humans suggest leaving this place at once. Heritage and secrets of Aspari are not for you to covet. Certainly not within your reach. Oh, you're a Pari. What an amazing experience. So a wiry young man with his pet? Watch what you say. Paimon's his best friend. Friend? Why, of course. Best friend? Beautiful sound. Always wanted to have a best friend since childhood. Oh, he's poor Fatui. Or a young man. Not certainly you have two best friends, are you? What do you mean? I actually wouldn't mind. Yeah, take her. Only Paimon can be your best friend. I wasn't gonna abandon you for Sorush. I was gonna abandon Sorush for you. And even if you're the one having two best friends, don't you think it's a little unfair? Inequities like this are impossible to forgive, so please hand the party over to me. As for how I'll treat it, you wouldn't have to worry. I'll make sure it's used to its full potential. Insolent fool. It's being so unreasonable, no getting through to him. You can always make him understand without wasting our words. Clever Yasnapani, surely you know what I mean. Paimon knows Sorush wants us to teach him a lesson. Silence, pale floater. Yep. There we go. Mark up leader of those pursuing knowledge. Okay. All opponents. There we go. There we go. Okay, cool. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, bring him down. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. Okay, cool. Okay, so all the others are just normal dudes then. Slowly bring him down. There we go. Knowledge, power, left me. Smart fragments, you can't do this. Huh. Monument fragments should see him off nicely. Sosie's request, monument fragments, get that right, report back to Sosie once she found all those fragments. Okay. I don't know, if she's Abyss Order, then it's probably a matter of wanting to get rid of course. Interesting. So how are we gonna rid of Abyss? Interesting, is it gonna be up there? Because there is that. May as well do that trial. The Abyss and the Visceroid very much do not get along. Okay. Let's see where the others might be. Okay, I guess we'll probably have to send Storage off on a little flight around the top of everything. Investigate. Okay, cool. Nice. Let's see if they were digging for something. Yep. Common chest. There we go. Ah, Gomika. Rukasha Oasis. There we go. Random monument fragment. Okay, let's see what's up here. Okay. Cool, start challenge. 9 Dendro particles within 60 seconds. Okay, I should hope that this lets me through. Okay. Well, that these sigils stay around even after I do this quest. In this challenge. So it would make it significantly easier to get up top. Okay, there we go. And again, it seems like they've simply disappeared. How sad. Okay. And over here we have a red vulture. Yep, consecrated red vulture. Okay, cool. We may as well grab this Dracus while we have the time. And go up. Oh my goodness, it hit me in midair. And then fell down through. Come on. Keep going. Okay. Do your big attack so I can get rid of you already. Don't want to have to deal with you. Okay. It's over there. Rukasha. See how close it is. Keep circumnavigating and then figure it out. Okay, there we go. Serious Dia. There's some soap. Okay, this should be it. Okay, there we go. Okay. It still wasn't enough to dodge through. Okay, there we go. There we go. Nice. Okay, let's see if we can finish this up already. Yeah, this vulture. Okay, I'll go down the rest of the way. My legs red shrub is gone. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Nice. Okay. Nice. Get rid of that. And now we can use that exquisite chest and keep going downwards and see what we have to find. There's something over there that looks kind of like a challenge. But at the same time, okay, yep, it's a combat challenge. Okay, so let's go over here and yeah, keep looking around to see where that tablet may be. Oh? Okay, it's just Dendroculus. Okay. Well, yep, figured more would appear. Oh, number of eremites. There we go. Nice. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. Nice, okay, get rid of this one. Okay, let's see if she has a confused form. Yep, there we go. And shut down. Oh my goodness. There's a lot of damage. Okay, go for the other one. Close up. There we go. Nice, okay, cool. Yeah, common enemies in spite of their damage potential. Uncommon common enemies. Drinks for 100. Yep, so it is intended to be used to consume alcohol. Not sure how I feel about that. Okay. Here we go. Pick this up. Okay, it's pleasantly lenient. There we go. Use this to get up top. Get that Dendroculus. There we go. Okay, nice. Let's spin back around and... Yep. Okay. Move over to that challenge then. Okay. We find stuff. Yeah, when you have so much related to these quest objectives, it's easy to actually do things as you go through. Okay, so in this case, let's try this out. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, mysterious meat. Okay. Fly over. Wait for my skill to recharge, actually. It is on recharge right now. Start challenge. Oh, just a wyvern. Okay, cool. Ruin's Raid, more specifically. Wyvern is a more fun name for it, in my opinion. Okay, oh my goodness, we almost nearly died. Okay, well, in that case... Maybe in that... Oh... Over here, see if I can hit it with... Yeah, I can hit it with Pyro. Hopefully go for some burning on her. Okay. Okay, well, alright. There we go, I guess. Put that down. Okay, cool. Nice, there we go. Okay. Get that common chest. And it does seem like it's not up here. Need another way around that. Either way, there's no good way to get up there. Okay. So we can just send Sorish to fly around there, and we pick up one of those monument fragments. I wouldn't be surprised if she could basically just pass through. Okay. Come on, come on. Okay. Did say something about the land of the Hari. See how far up I can actually get first, and then take it from there. Okay, cool. Nice. Okay, okay. Sweet coin, not eat the night. I bet it'll be somewhere near the top, so we'll see when that barrier starts that prevents me from actually going up the tree. So I did try to go down earlier and it just stopped me. Let's see. Okay, use that. There we go, okay. And probably should be around here. Like when I would basically be trying to get into the sign of Abba Ursha itself. Okay. Keep going. Yep, exactly, that's where it starts. Cool. Nice. There we go. Sorush. Okay, so she gets stalemated by that too. Okay, so I wonder. So if it was in a spot that would be annoying to get to, that would be somewhere around the tree. So let's keep circumnavigating and see what we can find. Okay. Keep going around, it seems. Don't stray too far from your companion. Okay. Those monument shards are remarkably elusive. In that case. Because it did say, talk about the land of the Pari. Okay. Okay. Let's see, Pursuit of the Lost Inscription. And where the Pari of the Vorukasha Oasis have long dwelled. So it isn't in that case of the Vorukasha Oasis. Okay. Would have been somewhere else then. Okay. Maybe we'll check the hills of Barsom real quick. Either way, I'm not seeing much up here. So in that case, maybe it would be wise to dip out? Okay. At least check the hills of Barsom. Seems as if we're... Okay. It's just some camera angle messing around and messing up. So let's go back over and see if it's at... The shard is at the top, as I would probably assume. In this case, let's keep going. A lot of stuff to find. Okay, so that tree is glowing. The other one is not. So... Okay. Okay, so let's try to go up top real quick. See what we can find. So I would bet the inscription shard would be around here, but you really never know. Okay. Come on. Don't want to look it up, but I do want to finish this quest, so... Okay. Okay, let's keep going upwards. Okay, but yeah, just... Touched by Barsom. Okay. What isn't there? That is bizarre. Maybe at the top of that mountain? Over there? We can't really get there real quick. Yeah, just easier for scouting then, maybe. Okay. Either way, these things are not easy to really use. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Maybe there. I would doubt it. Okay. So, see? There's a land defended by thorns like blades. Land where the party of the Vorukasha Oasis have long dwelled. Okay, in pursuit of a lost inscription. See? Okay. Pursuit. Pursuit. Okay. Okay. Okay, Khvarena. Description fragments. Until study, only visible and obtainable. Okay, where the player is Sorish, Vorukasha Oasis. It is in the hills of Barsom. Okay, so in that case, it's... I guess it'd just be a matter of what Sorish can see. It's interesting. Okay, so I guess we should head on down and check down around here. Okay. Would it be in there? Oh, yeah, it is just in there. So they're not actually too annoying to find, as long as they use it correctly. Monument inscription, a profound bond with the party. Okay, let's teleport over and see how that works. Probably be at the bottom. Yep, and we teleported back as normal. Go through and see what happens when we go through here. Probably in one of these various hollows as Sorush. Almost certainly. Okay. Okay, the acceleration is not doing much, I have to say. In that case, let's keep going through. See if those Ginger Crystal Bars haven't completely scattered yet. Okay, there we go. Okay. Oh, I probably shouldn't have used that one. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Come on, go up here. Okay. Oh, my goodness. Well, that didn't work out too well. Okay, so let's see. Should be another fragment then. Somewhere around here. Otherwise, Source is not going particularly fast right now. Goodness. Okay. So where would it be? So I'm just gonna have to keep searching around using Source until it shows up somehow, somewhere. Okay. Probably in one of these tree hollows that seemed otherwise completely empty. That would make sense. Okay. Maybe over there or over there. Okay, well, I don't see anything right now. There's a bar somewhere was on the stumps, and another was at the top of something in Tanigi Hollow. Yep. Secret of Tanigi Hollow, I guess. Okay. Over here. We have storage. Okay. Is that not working? Okay, she's going slightly faster, but not much more. Maybe that sound is... I don't know, we'll see. Either way, it's good that it was just at the bottom of the tree in Hill of Barsom, but this is more complicated than I'd probably like. Okay. Come on, come on. Okay. Okay. We're here around there. I wonder if this might be it. Could make some sense. Oh, that dendro crystal fly just bumped into it. Okay. Cool, either way, we don't see anything right now. So we're just continuing to stray far from her companion then. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Okay. Let's say Vorikasha Oasis. Oh, I would bet it might be in the Omnida pool itself. That wouldn't surprise me. Anyway, let's keep going down. Okay. That's enough. Doesn't seem like it'd be in there. Let's keep going. Land where the party have long dwelled. Do wonder what that would be in practice. But the wiki did say it would be in Vorikasha Oasis, even though it didn't give me its exact location. Let's keep going. Okay, there we go. Can keep boosting for a while. Not much stamina loss, but to be fair, not much speed either. Okay. In that case... Okay. Don't stray too far from your companion. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Let's fly over there and let's go over and get a little closer. And I do have to confess, this isn't exactly the most exhilarating gameplay. Going around and searching for some little inscriptions, but hope you're able to derive some mirth from it nonetheless. Okay. Over there. Doesn't seem like there's anything. Oh, it's over there. Okay, cool. Oh, I think I actually saw that earlier and just forgot, actually. Or was sort of, okay, I'll just collect it later. I'm gonna do it now. Yeah, almost certainly. If I go back and look at some old footage, I'll almost certainly find it there. Okay, there we go. And yep, it's just on top there. Very close to Zervon, in fact. So around here was... Okay. There wasn't actually a puzzle that needed the party, so... There we go. Yep. Just forgot. Lost monument fragments completed. Inscription fragment. Inscription's original form. There we go. Talk to Sophie. Okay. Okay, so let's actually take this over here, see what it leads up to. Okay, nice. Cool. Go. Oh, right, it is just through there. Towards a treasure chest we got a long time ago. There we go. Right, no map pins left. Okay. Go to the gate of Zulkarnain and head up here. Head back up to that monument and yeah. Right, but it is up top there, so won't be entirely of use. Keep going up and Morning Dalcom. Hajime Tenchi, how are you doing? I'm just playing through a little more of Khvarena of Good and Evil, though I will probably be hopping off soon. Actually, in about 30 minutes. Because since it's Sunday, I should be calling family. We'll see. But I'm glad you could pop in. Hajime Tenchi. How have things been with you? go. We are about to probably fight a researcher. So, there we go. Soci skeptic. Ravels the god. No, I shouldn't overstep. See what happens. All 4 monument fragment. Fit with it cover the power of the gods. Commanding officer. Strange things, very polite. But it felt weird. Let's check that dialogue one more time. Okay. Arjuna. Monument. Arbitrary. True purpose. What order? Okay. Here we go. Okay. Memorize everything. Treasure. Don't understand. Then obtain. Formal commission. Hand over the fragments. 8. Commanding officer. Proceed with my reading until they learn their lesson and retreat. Okay. Both of commissions. Change things. Talk any sense. Polite but weird. Okay, cool. Worry not, Yasnapani has taught them the lesson they deserve. Physical therapy going well, walk longer with heavier, slow process. Left arm in the middle of the night. Well, I'm sorry to hear that it hasn't fully healed up yet, but I'm glad to hear that it's working well. How's the new cane working out for you? Lesson they deserve for informing Sorge puts my mind at ease. According to the records, we return the 4 fragments, original places, inscription and Khvarena monument will reappear. It's the honor of returning the fragments in our Yasnapani's hands then, so your preference to Sorge. Okay. See what she has to say. Probably so that thing about the gods, monument fragments. Yep, exactly. So, see, if you nervous me, not nervous at all, simply very excited. Yeah, this gal's sauce. Inscription fragment. Yep, there we go. Interesting. Can't read this at all. I wonder, it's definitely dialogue when we saw it before about being unable to read it. No, I don't think there was dialogue. I think it was just recognize the symbols. Feels right in my hands and it's sturdy. That's good. Did he previously have to put up with canes that felt bad or canes that were kind of unsturdy? There we go, now it's glowing. Nice, this reminds me of the key sigils in Enkanomiya, actually. And then some of the inscriptions, the graffiti and underground chasm as well. There we go. So we have the rest of Sozi then. Talk to Sozi. Ah, nice. There's that monument inscription. The power of Amrita and Khvarena extinguish the phantoms mirroring the bedeviled sky. Mirroring. The sky is fake. Praise be the spirits of the light. Praise be the protection of the Dari. Oh, they're partially Conrian. Spirits of the light and the protection of the Dari. Thanks to them. Not the first therapy I have to endure. Well, to be fair, frankly, I guess it would be better if it were the first, because it means you wouldn't have been injured before. But in terms of actually knowing what you're doing and not being surprised and a little freaked out by what's going on, it's definitely better. Yeah, glad to hear that things are going well for you all together, though, then. Khvarena is without beginning or end. Amrita is neither created nor destroyed, but must be kept pure through ritual prayer. Oh, that's interesting. That first one was early 2021. Woke up after your coma. How long were you in a coma? That's crazy. Beginning and end. Amrita neither created nor destroyed. Uncreated or destroyed. Must be kept pure through ritual prayer. Even though it was from the 100 Archon. It's interesting because that is objectively incorrect in the context of the game world. Kind of like, sort of, the Dari refer to basically Middle Eastern pre-Muslim atheists. So in the context of Tibet, atheism would be sort of objectively incorrect because there are gods walking around. Description here serves as a warning. All who come after be diligent and brave, fall not to decadence and neglect. A protection of Khvarena and the spirits of the light. So they had some sort of cooperation. That is a very, very interesting power that rivals the gods. So yeah, definitely Khvarena there. Maybe Khvarena? Inscription, Khvarena monument, jumbled footsteps, and a familiar voice. So do we have to fight them off again? Yep, exactly. 3 weeks. Coronavirus, asthma, virus shuts down. Oh, wow. Are you sort of immunocompromised in general, or was it just a really, really bad case of coronavirus then? And it's good that it was only 3 weeks. I thought you might have said months or even a year. That would have been even worse. Either way, I'm glad that you're doing at least a little better now. You can't do that. To come all the way here. Probably about unleashing Khvarena. I can't do that, young man. Can't take knowledge away from me. Knowledge is the source of my power. Well, imagine how small and weak I'd be without knowledge. Wouldn't even be able to crush a butterfly's wings with my fist. Don't remember taking anything from you. We've given you a lot. Humans call them badges of honor, correct? What is he giving them? Knowledge is the only form. A little less than the normal person. Oh, yeah. So, there was a guy in the dorm I'm in a couple years ago. He graduated last year, I think? No, a couple years ago, I think. But he was immunocompromised or immunosuppressed. So, he basically had to stay inside the entire time when we were having our coronavirus semester, which was a shame. They actually have these food delivery robots now, so he would have been able to use those now, but back then it wasn't really a thing. And it is annoying because they are kind of decadent, those robots, but they would be useful for people who are, like I said, immunocompromised or disabled, but I'm pretty sure those aren't the people who are using them, so... We form of honor, only source of power, need that power magical little thing, smelled on her, the fragrance of knowledge. Okay. Uncreated. But yeah, the Dari believed, all Dar refers to time, they believed in essentially an uncreated universe in a way similar to Aristotle. Whoa, the guy's insane. Think he needs to be taught another lesson? We can't let him take Sordish. There we go. Interesting. Time to find, and she's just running away. Okay. Okay, are they in cahoots? Are they trying? Is pursuing knowledge? Beat all opponents. Do wonder where she went. Suzy. Okay, cool. Effect. Okay, cool. There we go. Nice. There we go. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That is less than ideal. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Okay, go down, step on him. There we go, got one of them down. Okay, so this is going to be a pain because of the... at least the gender reactions will kind of help here. Little shy. Okay. Yeah, because I want them to get their shields up so I wasn't able to... That said, they probably would have gotten them up already anyway. There we go. Oh, interesting. So it actually changes pretty significantly. And there seems to be a bit of spread. Just extra damage with those reactions. Compared to everything else. There we go. Yeah, big reaction damage there. Nice. Okay. Nice. Let's quicken and a spread. There we go. Okay. Okay. Cool. Nice. And a little more. And there we go. Not enough knowledge. Investigate the Khvarena monument. Okay. Chaplet, monumental study, decipher the inscriptions. Okay. Is Sosi gonna ambush me now? Come back anymore, right? What do you get for pursuing knowledge? Doesn't think they're related. Anyway, I think we can try decoding the inscriptions on the monument now. Yep, gonna see this again. All these letters. Clear? What does it say? Reads the words, seems to have reached a conclusion. Yeah, cooperation between Khvarena and Conrad. How could this be? Look on her face akin to a shriveled tree trunk. Sure, this inscription has nothing to do with contracts or divine powers. Talks about Khvarena and Dari, so not surprised. So she's secretly wishing to obtain the power of the gods. She looks so disappointed otherwise. Can't unhear that now. Bridal gauntlets. Disappointed, that's all, not because of the powers. Disheartened by the revelation. Documentation is factually inaccurate. Written records because it is a more reliable medium than passing it down verbally. Description of records of past disasters and how skeptics dealt with them, so different than what I've read about. Version of knowledge corresponds to the truth. Continue looking into this. If you want to learn more, don't turn to something like that weird Fatui officer. Not to fall prey to convincing knowledge into sin and into madness. 3 S's. Or statement, skeptics believe that true knowledge only surfaces when placed under scrutiny. As long as my will does not falter, never stray from the right path. Interesting. Okay. Thank you for the hard work. Hope you're satisfied with the Order of Skeptics' compensation and wish you a smooth journey ahead. Okay. Mystery is solved. Okay. Did that. Complete monumental study. There we go. Monumental monument. Yep, Spirits of the Light, Dari, Amrita, and Khvarena phantoms. So I guess the Abyss creatures would be a bit separate from Khvarena. That does make sense considering that we're only... Khvarena and the Abyss Order are not exactly identical. So So the dev... Oh, right, the hill trolls would have been other... Like with Dragonspine, other blinded civilizations even before Khvarena. That's interesting. So maybe... Gorbad? Let's see. Huh. I guess it does make sense that Khvarena would try to find their own way to find that stuff off. Okay, let's keep going. On to the next part of the quest. Okay, well, we got that done. We got that done. Come back down, see if Suzy is over here again. We'll see. Yep, she is actually. Oh, nice. Okay. Come on.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there someone else? Who should I go to? Skeptic? You? Yaznapani? So I'll show you everything I know. Khvarena money. Yeah, it does sound like Breath of the Wild music. I haven't given up. I'm investigating documents, discrepancies between records and situation. Closely enough, truth emerge sooner or later. Okay, Fatui. Let's do all markers off. Party. Yeah, in that case, if it's about the power of gods, contract with the Pari probably would have been the spirits of light, and Dari would have been power of the rival gods. So they were documenting it in a sort of sideways and circumspect way, and she just misinterpreted it. Yeah, Khvarena, power of the gods, Pari, spirits of light, Markazov withdrawn his troops, which we would never give up that easily. The Order of Skeptics to recruit more capable personnel, or at least do better than Pyro. Okay, Yaznapani won't disturb you then. Continue with my work then. Okay, let's actually talk to that guy again, see what he has to say. Okay. Okay. Trish writes. He's just over there, okay. There we go. Go on down. See what he does. Skeptic. Source says so, not the one to blame. Okay. Movements are reliable. Qualified members. Okay. Yes, any questions? Yep. About your vision on a potty. Skull. More Darshan. Yep. Okay. No story. You can change your name. I don't mind. You don't need my permission to do anything. Yeah. To be honest, I'm the streamer, you're the audience. If anyone, I'm the one who should be... You're the one who should be telling me what to do. We'll see. Small person. Okay. Let's see what he has to say now. Talk to him again. Sejuna, Source Packet. Shouldn't have trusted them. Keep saying, okay, we've done that. There's Pale Fire too. Monumental Study. Now Sejuna. Source present foremost, astounding indeed. Mighty Four. And the Boom Guard, acknowledged by all. Struggle not human, my calling from the beginning. Of course, Majesty, only to be expected, the honored envoy, one who shall obtain the great songs of Khvarena, extinguish the sign of Appa Osha. Great song, sign of Appa Osha. Indeed, your words are most suited to be inscribed in the hymns that shall be written in mine honor. Sojourner still was the usual self. Pamon's not sure how to feel about this. It's not Zapati Pamon, you too deserve thanks in this manner, though your endeavors are not but the afterglow of the envoy's mighty works. Your labor in Lady Sorish's successful obtaining of her crown shall not be voided. Afterglow of the mighty works, crown. Okay. Not how it went, buddy, but we'll just take this as her way of saying thanks. She now has a search for the great songs of Khvarena, and the long-awaited rite may then be performed. The songs inextricably linked to the destiny of a skeptic. Story time again. Zuravan said that. Right? That you shouldn't know about the great song's existence. Indeed true, ancient rites passed down through our order, so in traditions, even the rite of Chinvat may still be shrouded in mystery. Access a large batch of long-lost documents from a very learned scholar. So that's probably Abyss-related, might also be related to that. The artist over there, yeah, the artist adrift. Whatever his name was, the one with Pepper the dog. Talk about someone giving him wisdom tea or something. What about the great songs? Probably something like Enjo. Documents recorded a great number of things that the traditional hymns of our order have never written of. So inspired me, they desire to reform our order. Okay. Reform. Really doesn't help. Already pretty suspect traditions. How are we supposed to trust these documents then? That have come out of nowhere for all we know. Nope, Sajjo's not fit to be written in my songs, so So wish to tell truth from falsehood, let us go and see for ourselves rather than quibble here. Why, if I do not offer myself up as a sacrifice to save this land soon, some after may read these texts and suspect that I was a spirit of laxity. That be, don't believe anyone would hold such contemptuous thoughts. So you just want us to hurry up and collect those great Khvarena swords. Upon them become your translator. It's like Oz official. That you pale floaters should understand my thoughts best. Man, great envoy, allow me to lead the way, obtain one of the great songs, as well that I discover the locations of the remaining 4. Being those underground ruins myself, as familiar with them as I am with this camp. Huh, overstatement. Knew we could count on you. Ah, great songs, do you desire to win after all that effort? Speak of unrelated matters, come with me anyone. So they don't have a way of accounting for whether you've gotten that one previously accessible great song already. It's just, okay, great songs of Khvarena. Okay, Nikoi, Samudaya, the cave, Dukkha in the cavern, Niroda, Khvarena from the ruins. Okay, but we've already done that, haven't we? Okay. Okay, so it's probably about, okay, that one's more complicated. A Conrian underground ruin, okay. Catacombs containing a Corybantes. The one is down there. A cave where the Wenut sleeps. Okay. Let's see where Niroda might be. Niroda? Ashipachabana Swamp. Ah, so it'd be over there, and now I guess as the Bloom Guard we would have a way to open it up. Cavern, Wenut sleeps. Yeah, okay. Let's see if this... how that works now that since I've already gotten that. That is interesting. Okay, Ephrasia. Okay. Okay, so I guess I have to set up Khvarena in the cavern. Okay, cool. 'Cause it should be just over there. Right? Unless, because that one is... yeah, I bet the quest probably just boofed. That wouldn't even surprise me. No, it's not like I'd be happy about it. Okay, go up there. Use that to get up higher. Okay. Okay, wow, that's high up enough that we can't really make that happen. It's not as of yet. Okay. 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 So I suppose... interesting. Okay. So I guess it's just a matter of going over and... Okay, that wizard ran out of my way, but it's no real problem. Okay, so we have to go all the way out here. Okay, so be it. On the great song of Khvarena in the cavern. Yeah, you know, we've already seen that thing, so... she could talk about when she was a Bloom Guard, she could just... yeah. Dialogue already when we got the last one? I keep forgetting. Okay. So time to fly over and... oh, okay. Guess... goodness. We have to go through all these points. Great song of Khvarena in the cavern. There we go, back to the gate of Zulkarnain. Go back down. Longe Ephrasia. I wonder what that means. Longe Ephrasia. Meaning. Longe Ephrasia is the name of a cave in which Afrasiab, a mythical king of Turan the Shahnameh, which is Persia's national epic, spent his final days. Which is also where Shiria, Shirin, and Parvez-Ravan got. Oh, okay. So we don't actually get that until we finish that quest. Did get that. Khvarena's light shows Dukkha. Yeah, okay. Let's see if that down there is not yet open. And that... okay. Fair enough. I went over there. Fly through that cave. Purify the abyssal defilement. Yep, the dev. Okay, go through here, that cave. Go down. These thorny flowers. From that one quarry, whatever her name was. Okay, Samudaya. Okay, cool. BRB. Okay. Oh, yep, and we got that Hydro one. And we did this little trial over here already. Nice. Still got the thorns. That's cool. Okay. The other one was just music. With all these bells. Nice. There we go. Let's see how this works. Boomguard, strange seals created for the Amrida's power. After Source gains the Twin Horn Chaplet, and use its power to temporarily dispel them. Cause her to stop in place, make it easier to progress. So we could have done this already, but I wonder if there's special dialogue for... Oh, they probably make you go through anyway. If the last one is any sign. Wouldn't make any difference because you have to reach the point. Which makes me think we might be betrayed in some context one way or the other. Well, there we go. Got this one. So Khvarena in the cave. Okay, so that's gonna come back slowly but surely. Come on. Yep, exactly. Amrita seal gets restored. There we go. Okay. All this is standard. Okay, Volcasha Oasis. Another great Khvarena in this place too. Water level using control devices never would have found this place. Though to be fair, we had to do that to get through. Let's run over here in the swamp, just go down, swing around. Okay, cool. There we go. Okay. There should be that Shrine of Dumps, though I can't see it right now. Investigate again. Yeah, my exploration progress in these areas is very high. Compared to... Oh, you're right, Hypostyle was almost 100 too. Because everything was ruins that you have to do. Or at least encouraged to do as part of the quest. Okay, Asi Patravana Swamp. Dowry Ruins, Great Saint Khvarena are just behind these vines. Well, if you would, please open the way for us. Okay, there we go. Nice. So this would have been locked off behind the quest, and sort of undoable either way. That is a... It's taking a while. Okay. Okay. Go to the entrance of the underground ruins. Voice of Destiny summoning me forth. Should probably keep a distance from these two. Okay, we can go down now. These Conria ruins. And we have a number of... How many more teleport waypoints do we have in here again? Blessed Hamada. Yeah, 4 more. Wow. That is crazy. Yep, and I bet they would have to mostly be in these ruins, if not all of them. Okay. Yep, there we go. Teleport waypoint. But there seem to be... Seems to have been a way in here before, because they're tents, I guess, Eremites. Okay, cool. Academia Team's investigation logs. Oh! It's Satori again! After completing our investigation of the ruin golem, we continue along the path we took and arrived in Nagarjunite camp. Same road here, intentions and friendly. Nagarjunites, pushed under the Dari ruins, comes with limits, must only proceed under their supervision. Ranger named Klingsor to look after supervise us. From the rainforest, his name seemed to have been born in Sumeru. Klingsor. Name. People of Dari held secrets beyond our wildest imaginations. Answer to our questions may lie buried in these colossal ruins. Nagarjunites' conservative policy, despite their apparently truth at all costs, towards such priceless artifacts is a travesty, a waste. Even the ranger sent to monitor us agrees on this point. Interesting. Investigate. Okay. Going doctors. Okay, more sucrose stuff then. Okay. Come on, come on. There we go. Cool. More elemental mastery. Nice. Cool. Okay. Oh, wow. More enhancement, too. I'm very lucky today. More attack. Okay. See how much... Okay, not that yet. Okay. Okay, go down, get that Trishraite, and... see how much we... Okay, cool. Nice, nice, nice. Regional specialty ore. Something had a regional specialty ore. It was... Well, I guess Crystal Narrow is kind of similar. Oh! Oh, okay. Madinat al-Nuhas. Medina City. Meaning? Should it be... Yeah, Madinat is city. Like Medina. On Medina, the city. New house. Oh, the city of brass! Oh, there we go. It's a story in the city of 101 nights, but... Yeah, it's just like the Oracle parchment here. Parchment? Hassan, the Golden Adventurer, Golden Desert. Secrets, gone to the desert, creature invisible. Spirit watching me from the shadows, cursed city of brass. Yep, right here. Pit of filth. Scream of death echo across the ruins. Yep, deep tunnel, pit of filth. Dev once dwelt. Would that be Hungary? No, Tunigi Hollow. Death, desert of eternal desolation. Much older than the ancient pyramids. Would that be Hadramaveth? Okay, so this is referring to here. City of brass. Desolation. Spirits of Al Azif, Shuya. Yep, exactly. Parvez Ravan, Shuya. Yeah, okay, cool. So that makes sense. So this would be, one here would be, yeah, so it's referring to mostly Desert of Hadramaveth and then a little bit of Gabriel Lajabard, so residual Pari. There we go. Another one. Another one. There we go. Residual Pari. Do it again, probably a fight then. Party the forest. Sob. What's wrong? Can do to help. Lost year could go back together. Okay, look for residual party fragments, gather on. Okay, that's not hard at all. Okay, cool. Oh, so that's triggered it by virtue of Soros getting close. Moment of destiny is at hand. Just a normal mechanical door. Mina Saint, always he opens the mechanical door, we'll gain access to the ruins. Oh, so City of Brass is in... City of Metal actually is metal. The City of Brass. Okay. Okay. City of Brass. Brass? City of Brass. Devabad. Let me see. Based off of... Okay. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, Arabian Nights, City of Brass. Arabian Nights. Okay. Okay, so it's just... Okay, a city made entirely of brass, and the people are made of brass, so it's robotic. First time entering a diary in ruin, so it's surprising I might be excited. Confident earlier, Paimon thought you must have explored loads of ruins. Can't claim to have personally investigated that. Copy of Renee's investigating notes, Geisha notes, Scholar of Ancient Histories is there in the flesh. Heard of it? Sequestered distant desert. Such a brilliant scholar. Yeah, so it's probably just Abyss stuff leading him astray. That one. This guy with the T and stuff. Maybe... I don't know, maybe the other guy. What was his name again? Messira. Records left by the people of Dari, so definitely Abyss. The author once discovered knowledge that surpasses mortals in these ruins, so yeah, power to rival gods would have been Conria, and the spirits of light would have been Pari. Yep. People of Dari. Yeah, so I guess it implies that Nagarjuna was working together with Conrad to suppress all this. Harder to believe by the moment. Decide for the moment how these notes entering these Darian ruins should be a simple matter. Believe me, test this, open this device, there we go. Turn the gears such that all three types of runes are displayed. Ensure that the square rune is connected to the triangular rune at the bottom without changing such triangle. Okay, do as I instruct and we should be fine. Okay, so this should be really easy then. Open the rune's gate. Okay, knowledge is finally about to pay dividends. Turn the gears 3 times, square, triangle at the bottom, changing such triangle. Okay. Like the rest of the residual Pari. Yep, so yeah, she does count as a character in her own right, which is why it works like that. She can trigger cutscenes in that same way. I guess it makes sense, so you can't enter sort of cutscene-only areas without. Yeah, there we go. Either way, I'm probably gonna hop off after this. Done a lot. Got all the music, found an author, beat some Petulia up, found an inscription, and then... Yeah. Interesting. That artist. And then cleared out an area underground with those thorns. Finally go home. Another one. Yep. Should get access to the last one once this is done. And final Fubashi tree. Okay. Square, connect it. Square, connect triangle, rune at the bottom without changing it. Okay, so change the cipher display. Connect with display. Should be unlocked. Rune mechanism. Okay. Go. Got one measly primogen, lower level. Okay, cool. Lower level. Okay. So it's just, let's see if these rotate together at all. Middle level. Okay, so it's really just simple. Okay. Upper level, I guess it's just this once. Surprised you, did I not? Rhoda. Explore these ruins further first. Yeah, so it's... Yeah, it seems that the Deus Foundry was based off of Conrian stuff. Based on all this. Here we go. Or maybe the Deus Foundry was repurposed Conrian stuff. Finally reached the heart of these ruins. Thanks to us, a fair amount of research in Darien ruins. Tell you all about it. Notes I have. Proving ground, research and test, Khvarena, deepest part of this facility. Check first have to. Oh, schematic clipped inside notes. It's the corner of schematics. Schematics based on structural diagrams of workshops within the ruins by Conrians. Annotations regarding the Khvarena, and turn annotations made based on a mix of on-site examinations and logical deductions. Okay. Structural diagrams. Oh, so there's sort of energy crystals similar to... The others are just showing deductions similar to the ruined golems. Logical deductions. First able to delve into underground locations where few humans might be found. If you have greater power pulling their strings, hit some will of their own, unless it's Celestial, Hydro Archon, Dendro Archon. Some more. Khvarena has only just begun. Balance of this power in a specific ecology means that we need not spend too much time looking into it. Done your homework, fumbling about already. Make up ruins too complicated? Principles, mysterious machines, Darian's use just from descriptions alone. Control hub for the proving ground, great song, entire ruins control mechanism, solve an energy issue, use the power of impurity. Yep, abyss power, operate machines, chaos core, master monsters. Oh, control of dev. Machines ruins don't do so. Seems that used a form of energy known as azosite, formed from pure elemental energy before being formed into blocks. Similar to the abyss controls elements. Azosite. Interesting. As long as we find a energy block of this kind, energy of the core, settle any other problems with ease. Control some could settle this through combat. Let's begin then. Somewhat familiar. Yep, it's exactly like the ruined golems elsewhere in Sumeru. Seen such devices before. Heavy makes things much easier for us. Center searching for the energy block chief schematics lay out of the proving ground. Can you put it to good use? Other things I must examine. Wait for your turn here. By your side shall be child's play. I know it. Are there any issues? Imagine I'm examining these schematics a bit more closely. Interesting. Clipped inside notes. Find energy block. Knowledge finally about to pay dividends. Some problem. Follow the schematics. Find the energy block and return here. Okay, let me see. Okay. Well, if you're still here, I gotta leave soon and call my parents, like I said, so... Azosite, so Azoth, maybe. So the other would be... said Hamada. This of Alkanet, Alkahest? Alkanet, Alkahest. Okay, Alkanet is different. It's just a plant. Okay. Alkahest is different. Okay, cool. We'll find energy block. Pull it on the schematic. Put up there and over there. Yeah, we open them one by one and by putting them in. Oh, but we can't actually. Doesn't seem like they have those down there. But we have these pipes and this machine over here. Yeah, this honestly reminds me in its own way of Mechanis Field. I do remember the sort of toy research lab that the toy made was somewhat similar. Yeah, his ruin interest has been around forever. Door shut just as we entered. Huh. Switch to the doors on the other end. Looks like we can't go back the same way we came. Okay. It's kind of like on the Gorobod ruins. Sort of funneling you through. Oh, and these... Oh, interesting. These sort of wires. Okay. Looks like we got a... Oh, okay. Got some Farwick use necessary soon. Okay. See how this works out. An energy block. Oh, these crates. Pass through this door. Switch in case of crystals. What are we gonna do? So it's probably seeing away these ruins. So the Grey Gates. That's interesting. Yeah, we're smart. We can get rid of these. Or I could fight them all at once using Nahida and Sino. Maybe that's what I'll do. Definitely be more entertaining for anyone who might be watching. Energy block. Okay. It's not it, but we can use this Farwick. Oh! It's not a Farwick, it's entirely Khvarena. Okay, cool. So it'll probably unleash all of these at once then. Here we go. Yep, exactly. Nice. Yep, cool. Cool. Okay, come on. There we go. Okay. Nice. Okay, nice. Lots of hyperbones. Getting rid of these guys up there. Okay. Okay. Well, okay, cool. Nice. So that wasn't all of it, but we at least got through somewhat. And now that those guys are down, we can keep going. Oh, we actually got a chest for getting rid of those guys. Okay, Realm of Farrakhan. And I believe the rest should be below Gabriel Lajavard. Yep, maybe. We did hear about a factory. Okay. Okay. Interesting, we can see that there, and those wires, which I assume will lead energy back. I'm waiting for that, for my viewer to return. Okay, oh, interesting. So now that that's gone, even with, yeah, it's crystallized over, but the mechanism is still there. Energy block we're looking for, let's go check it out. Okay, down here, what might be down here? Doesn't seem like anything at the moment. Well, maybe, we'll see. Okay, it just seems like infringement of the outside onto it. Okay. 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 Let's keep going. Okay. Let's see what might be over here. It doesn't seem like anything at the moment. Okay, maybe if we go up top we'll find something. So let's go around and... Okay. Oh, interesting. So that might not be it. Okay. Is this the energy block? Pick up. Energy block. Oh, control center. Back to where we were earlier. So site, way we came. Schematics show any other path. Okay, Azal site. So it's a different kind of energy block. Okay. Site, elemental energy, and large scale power systems. Large scale. Okay. It's equipped inside nodes. Great song. Which I'm looking for it. Khvarena. Yep. Specific ecology of the Amrita. Yep. Pure energy, pure elemental energy, mysterious energy, lost energy, source for large-scale power systems. Ancient constructs, unknown attribution, and our person hidden here intentionally. Beyond doubt that the elders of the Order of Skeptics are hiding something. Accompanying the investigation team from the rainforest is all the doubts I've held for many years. The realm does not just belong to those of the blood of Khvarena, but is the homeland of all human beings. So I guess it's just like Dark Souls, where humans ultimately originate from the abyss. Interesting. Holding fast to this maxism, Ancestor Hunter couldn't bear to see her people meet such a tragic end but people, yet their dedication was rewarded. An unjust punishment, reputation impaired, and legacy stigmatized. Understand the meaning of all this. Perhaps it is as the notebook says, and we can find a power that transcends even that of the abyss. The power of evolution. Yeah, so sort of like Opep and the fungi. So this sort of comes around many years. I don't believe that's... Is that... Oh! That would be Dottore, though, because it's evolution, the idea of creating a stronger human, then eventually fighting the abyss with it. Yeah, I bet that's Dottore. So this will give us the records we need here. Okay. Khvarena will get rid of that abyss creep. Nice. So is it... Okay. Oh, so it just kind of flies back and forth. Okay, square E, square W, square. Zarya Vera. Okay, you're back. What prompted the name change in particular? Zarya? Were you just tired of the previous name? It's understandable. Lower level. Oh, so the Khvarena sprite is guiding us out. Can't do that room mechanism now. Okay. Seem to have found our way. Oh, wow. Control center. Still in fire cart. Yeah, like I said, what particularly prompted the name change? Oh, Arabic for water priestess. Okay. Interesting. I'd only heard it, and you'll have to forgive me, heard it in the context of the Overwatch character. Which I assume... That is cool, though. Water priestess. Okay. Okay, and I believe those will stop it. It seems there's something more down here. Let's check that out. I like it. Kept pronouncing Nicaea, they kept saying Nikia, I assume. I think we talked about that before. Okay, over here. Oh, interesting. Are there wings? Yeah, exactly. Go. This is probably a pathway out. We'll see. Okay. Push right. There we go. So... And yeah, if it's Indonesia, they should be, in theory, a little more familiar with... Oh? A little more familiar with Arabic. Well, actually, oh wow, this is... Yeah, this honestly reminds me of Mechanic's Field from Xenoblade. It's the color scheme and all this. That said, I'll probably hop off in a minute. I wanted to wait around until you show me your new name, but my parents do want to talk soon. ZV initial but backwards. Okay, fair enough. Madinat al Nuhas. Yeah, it means city of brass. Yeah, if you've been doing the new areas, you've probably been able to get a lot of interesting stuff from Arabic, because apparently Madinat al Nuhas means city of brass, which is something taken from 1001 Nights, I believe. Okay, and it's also referred in the Oracle Parchment along with some of the stuff related to Gorobad. So let's see. Get back here. Yeah, those guys are going to activate, so we gotta... Yeah, 2 Ruin Guards at once. They never dreamed of this before. Okay, but yeah. Gonna get through. Yeah, I got some stuff to do. I'll definitely finish this next weekend. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Dash out of the way. Nice. Nice. There we go. Okay, cool. Nice. And we got rid of both of those, and that chest was unlocked. A lot of enemies in here, ruin and otherwise. Previous ones were... Oh, goodness. I forgot what enemies I just fought. They were not ruin. Well, if all else fails, I can go back and watch my own old footage. So yeah, once I get back to the sort of start point over here, I think I'll probably just dip. Okay, another mechanism over here. Oh, and it actually... This was its resting point. Okay. Cool, return to the control center. There we go. Okay. Let's see if we can put in our energy block. Let's say, you're back already. By your appearance, energy block we require. Energy core is very well preserved. You guys install the energy block, shall leave in our hands. Okay, cool. Install energy block. Okay, and that's open now too. That's good. Oh, and the other ones were Rift Hounds, so it's various Abyss associated enemies. Knowledge finally about to pay dividends. Energy block, control system should start. Okay, install. Activate the power relay. Energy cores have been filled, able to activate the control systems. Wasn't what I was expecting, a problem somewhere. Go have a look at the control center where the direction you previously came from. Let's go together. Okay. Okay. Come on. Okay, okay. Let's go together. Okay, cool. So, control center where the relays may be found. Yep, it'd be over there then. But yeah. We've done a lot today already. I only plan to go around 3 hours, and we've already gone over. Yeah, don't blame yourself. Please don't blame yourself. But either way, I think I'll be hopping out now. My parents want me to call them and update them on how my week went, so... Well, I'll stay a little longer. I gotta condense some resin real quick. Okay, okay, gotta... Real quick, but... We were able to chill out and go through that little city of brass real quick. Yeah, a lot of fun. Thank you again for watching me. Glad I could see you, your new updated name, and maybe let's see. So we just, okay, original resin, there we go. What else do I need to complete? 450, 450. Yeah, Vale mi amise. Goodbye, my friend. Is that right? Yeah, in that case, yeah. Vale mi amise Zarya. Sayonara again.